Hello
Welcome.
to
Another
live stream,
with
Lori and
Corey. All right. Shall we?
Summer Days Tilly's Tale.
Let's see the webcam.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. Yeah.
That isn't the right theme song.
No.
I'm wearing my limited edition Summer Days at Hero U sheep t-shirt, the Hero U, that we made for our helpers at PAX West
Yes.
in 2019.
Yes. What we gave
so,
out T-shirts to everybody that helped.
I need
with
a red
our
hat to go with this. We got
You
any
need
red
a
hats
red
around? I got a blue hat.
You have a blue hat.
I'll deal with the blue hat.
We'll
Doesn't
go.
match the blue of the sheep background.
No,
though.
but that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Brainiac.
Well, then I
Hello.
just need to lose my glasses. Oh, much better.
Yes, there we go.
It was 5 years, 10 years doing that.
Yes, maybe. Hello, welcome again
Well, all
to
right.
another
I
live
need
stream.
to dye my sideburns.
Well, they are a little light-ish. Welcome again to another live stream. Today we will be playing,
You sure?
maybe, we are playing Tilly's Tale Summer Days.
Summer Days.
At Hero U, which it should have been, but no, got changed.
Well, Summer Days at Hero-U :space Tilly apostrophe S Tale had way too much punctuation for a web search, and really we should have changed the whole thing.
I don't think it matters.
Wizard's Way, we've started calling Wizard's Way without the
yes,
apostrophe.
without the apostrophe.
It just makes it easier to search, but
it's easy to search for something that doesn't exist.
perhaps if we had called it Summer Days at Hero U, we would have gotten more purchases from people that loved Hero U Road to Redemption.
Correct. So, therefore, marketing.
On the other hand, it's sort of like the whole Star Wars thing that they did a Star Wars tale on some of the ones like Solo.
They didn't initially, so there was they added that afterwards,
And it didn't help.
And no, because it
Did not market well, so
It-
people
well-
only wanted to see real Star Wars
well,
movies.
or that was not marketed well. You never know whether marketing actually makes a big difference. So, we only know in hindsight what works, and then we try and, figure out,
And what goes viral,
What
you
the
can't
cost.
really predict.
right, you have to figure out what the cause is.
So the Pareto principle is really important in marketing and running countries and many things, which is the idea that 80% of all your profits come from 20% of your sales or 20% of your customers. And the problem is that people hear that and the bosses, the clueless Gilbert executives, say, well, let's focus on the 20% of great customers. The problem is that the Pareto principle also says that it's impossible to know in advance which are the 20 and which are the 80.
Belzar enjoyed both the Young Han Solo movie and the Rogue One movie. I thought they were pretty good movies,
Which
actually.
real good. Do we watch the young?
You did no, because you had to watch it on Disney Plus. So I
Okay.
watched it on Disney
okay.
Plus.
What about young Sherlock Holmes?
I have not watched it. The previews looked absolutely
Oh,
abominable.
I'm thinking about the one they
Oh,
had.
the original, that one.
Yeah,
from,
the one
that Spielberg
Spielberg,
made,
yeah,
made
the pyramids and
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I liked it. It had promise, but it had some really stupid things.
let me know, are our voices okay or are we distorted? Because it looks to me like we're blowing out the microphone. What you guys think?
That's an interesting thing from Belzar, that the Young Han Solo should have been based on the A.C. Crispin trilogy of the same, but they wouldn't pay her any royalties. Well, the people who make movies don't actually read books half the time.
And they don't want to pay anyone.
Yeah. I finally made one, said Joseph.
Welcome, Joseph the
Welcome.
Austin.
I went and caught up a bit. Okay.
The same story on Young Han Solo is the story of Island of Dr. Brain, which is they didn't want to pay me. So they got the writers group, someone from the writers group, Patrick Bridgman, to write Island of Dr. Brain.
If that is a true story, if it was that they didn't want to pay her or they just were incompetent,
No, they didn't want to pay. Yeah.
Yes, in the
Well, we
case
know
of
in
Hanzo.
Sierra's case, they didn't want to pay
Right.
me.
Yes, that's not incompetence. That's greed.
And they were perfectly happy to have me do it for entirely free, but I demurred.
Yes. Happy Sunday,
And
Coles.
I think Patrick did an amazing job of it, but
He did a fine job.
I was
It just
upset
was
with that
different.
for 5-10 years.
Yes, of course you were. And of course we were pissed off.
Okay, I'm going
But,
to take
yeah.
it down just a little notch.
That's not a bad idea.
98. Let's go
Because
to
we are,
96.
and also you're talking louder sometimes.
Okay, I'm talking louder. Okay.
Uh-huh.
What about you?
No, I'm trying to keep up.
Oh, you were a little quieter.
Yes, I am. But you are projecting, Mr. Cole.
I'm projecting you.
For the audience, yes.
So, I'm not coughing too. Welcome,
well-
dear friends. Just thinking about using an Aspen-Hill earlier. Maybe I should still
Oh,
do
you
that.
should have.
But maybe
Yes.
not on screen.
Well, maybe not, but it looks much. Yeah, because it's kind of silly. It's like,
I'm smoking my hookah here.
Yeah. Sierra had some kind of unpleasant business practices decisions for such a magical company. Yeah, well, that's because it's a business. Businesses to work have to, generally they have to have some way of keeping in business, and even if that means not paying anybody and doing mandatory overtime and things like that. But because of these practices, we had great games.
Well, so back to the question of marketing. Suppose your marketing department can, by putting in a big budget, can increase a game or a movie's sales by 10 to 20%. Well, we were always felt like second-class citizens at Sierra, and that all the marketing budget went into King's Quest. The question is, if you have a game that is selling, a very successful game that is selling 200,000 units, and another even more successful game that is selling 500,000 units, do better putting that marketing effort into adding 10 or 20% to 200,000 or to 500,000? And clearly, the answer is put your money into the successful one and make it even more successful.
Belzar says, remember to rinse your mouth out.
Okay, maybe I should do that. It's albuterol. Yeah.
Which probably is a cortisone type of thing.
I can drink some. Rinse it out and spit it. No, I can't spit out my tea while running it.
That's
screen.
okay then. Thank you, Belzar, for your.
Okay.
That's important.
Yeah, I do use a corticosteroid one morning and evening, and yes, I always rinse afterwards before I take my pills.
So yes, good advice, and especially to anybody out there, remember to do this because it will help keep your mouth clean. Yeah. You don't want thrush. Yes. Did you have thrush once? You had a tongue that was coated with gray forever.
Yeah. I mean, ever since I've started using the inhalers for the last, 40 years or so, I've had a white coated tongue. But I have a simple solution, which is cherry flavored cough drops that turn my tongue pink instead.
So it dyes all that gray tongue into a pink color, and it looks back to natural.
I also every other day take a B vitamin, B12 vitamin that's dissolvable, and that's pink and turns my tongue pink.
Yes.
So
How were
the tongue is just as coated, but it doesn't look it.
Yeah. How were Quest for Glory pre-orders versus King's Quest? I assume King's Quest had more lifetime sales, but that's not everything. Yeah. At the time, the only pre-orders Sierra was doing was the pre-orders from the companies. And that was because the marketing pushed them to the game companies, so to speak.
What was the I don't know, not as in product placement. There's another term besides marketing for the representatives that were in charge of
going to the stores.
Yeah, going to the distributors.
Yes, and to distributors.
But those, you've seen that advertising video of Heroes Quest probably by now. Featured me, and
the old one that's ancient. And
yes,
it was
and every year, my tongue always has a white coating that will not scrape off. And, might be lifetime thrush. I don't know. Anyway, the Sierra every year put out the catalog, the video catalog of upcoming titles, and fans loved it and encouraged them to buy it. But mostly that was for the distribution companies and the stores. So they would get these promo videos and would look at them and say, "Oh yeah, we ought to order that one. That looks like a hit."
No, they put them in their stores and they displayed on television on their screens there, so the customers could look at it.
Also, yes.
And the customers could give them feedback too.
So I was told by Rick Cavan, the general manager of Sierra, that the first month sales and pre-sales of Heroes Quest were the top the company had ever had in history, which was amazing to hear. And I don't know, I may have that might not be what he actually said, but that's what I heard. But long term. King's Quest was around a lot longer, had an established audience.
Oh, thank you. We just got
100 gems.
Gems, yes. Thank you for that.
Oh, bits. There are bits.
Thank you.
Thank you for the bits.
Yes.
I have Infinity Channel points.
I saw one of those videos with
Rick
Heroes
Coveen Kevin.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Rick
Yeah, a
Coveen.
funny coincidence. We had a character named Coveen. That was a bad guy.
It was a good name. I mean, I was really pleased that we had some really interesting names in the game. Sometimes you really make that thing sound like a musical instrument when you inhale. That way, yeah. Yes, it's,
Yeah, that actually tells me if I'm inhaling too hard, it'll whistle.
Uh-huh.
It's a pleasant whistle. Very, very pleasant tone. It reminds me of a...
harmonica to me.
Oh, harmonica, or the kind of whistles they use at the beginning of a choral performance, a cappella.
Oh, to get the right note.
To get everyone on tune.
Yeah. Get them to sing on A. Yes.
Anyway, I'm now good for 4 hours. Should have done that before the stream.
Oh, well. But you got good advice and some important safety tips there for everybody.
Yep. I've been taking. I did actually take steroid pills for a while for asthma. And Lori's film animation instructor at Danza College had been on them and warned her that of the long-term side effects. And we looked it up and said, OMG.
Yes, and he suffered from those and actually died fairly young because of those after effects of being on those steroids for too long.
Yeah, and I found that some of the pills I took appeared to give me incredible mood swings. I would get very angry and so on, and so I stopped taking those and became just a slug after that. No highs, no lows.
Mm-hmm.
A440 pitch pipes, yes, I have, and I'm tuning forks, of course. Lori's accordion was tuned, I think, to 450, if I recall.
Something like that.
The Italian reference tuning is higher than the American one. So we can never figure it out why, when I played guitar and she played accordion, that they never quite meshed.
Our voices never meshed.
Our voices never meshed.
I was meshed for the accordion and he was meshed for the American.
So Lori always came across a little sharp, me as a little flat.
Yep, so therefore.
So we solved that problem by stopping no longer singing together.
Yes, really. Alas. So, at any rate,
yes.
Well, today we're going to deal with Tilly's Tale. Let's see. Unnecessary Gamer says it definitely sounds like the thing they play before a barbershop quartet starts. Yes, exactly. It has that quality. It's kind of fun.
I was once
Except
invited.
you inhale instead of blow.
I was once invited to try out for the lead part in Barbershop Quartet in Oakhurst. Demurred, and later on I was told I should really join the men's chorus down here in Oceanside. And said, well, that's fine, except with my asthma, I don't have enough breath to make all the rehearsals and concerts and believe I can actually sing for an extended period.
Never stopped you before. Really?
No, it did. I mean, I missed a couple shows. And I coughed through my performances at other ones.
Not too many. I mean, think of all the ones we did in Oakhurst.
I did, yeah.
So, at any rate, back to our subject at hand. So, yes, we will be playing Tilly's Tale. And wanted to give you some updates on the other game that we're bringing out, which is Afeo's Adventure, which was, when we started out, going to look and be just like Tilly's Tale. You're going to get both games in the same one. You just take a different path if you take a Feo's adventure.
Yeah, our Kickstarter, we originally said that we were going to make one game called Summer Days at Hero U, and you would be able to play as either Tilly or a Feo and go on different paths. And I was like, okay, great. We'll save budget on the art and so on. We'll have the
same rooms.
Same rooms, the same characters. And Lori said, well, but the characters in a Feo's adventure, well, it turns out that every single one of them, almost every single one.
Well, no, it was the decision was as after we had started to map these out, they're both following parallel lines, the same plot line, and if they had the same characters, you were telling effectively the same story again with the Feo as you had with Tilly, and it wasn't working as a unique experience to be playing a Feo's game. So therefore, he had to have his own room classmates to meet and to do the same type of thing, and then we'd have a different parallel thing, but we kept getting farther and farther apart.
Yeah.
And so therefore it was like, this is now 2 games.
And that's my number one bridge tip, is never tell the same story twice. So if you've bid one club...
That's the lie, too.
if you bid one club, and then you come back and bid 2 clubs, it no longer shows 3 or 4 clubs. Now it shows 6 clubs or more. And if you bid 3 clubs again, then you're probably making a mistake, and you should have told a different story instead.
I see. I'm sure that really made sense to everybody out there. But
don't show the same hand. Don't make the same bid twice.
And so definitely we wanted to go, well, at least I did because I'm doing all the writing here. I wanted to make a Feo's adventure a unique experience that even though it's going to be set in the same school and had the same initial plot that they have to do the Harvest Festival, it has, it would be so different in its story and the characters that it would be unique. Well, that we did, but then it was JP's idea to change the art style a little. So that meant that all those backgrounds, which were going to be shared backgrounds between the 2 characters, sort of got diverged too until, the whole thing is unique.
At which point they became 2 different games. Plus the fact that the idea was that we were, after totally blowing out our budget with, $400,000 from Kickstarter, which was $250,000 towards development, $275,000. We made a 5-year project that cost us $1 million to make.
Yeah.
Said we can't do that again. So we said we'll make a small, affordable game that we can do in a year.
Yeah, we didn't do that either.
I think we said we were going to do Hero U in a year too. Also, it took us 5. Anyway, so by the time we got well into Summer Days, Tilly's Tale was clear that Lori was making a game almost as big as Hero U.
Well,
just for Tilly.
No, it isn't as big. It's nowhere near as big, but it's just as complicated as a real game. It is a game, so therefore it takes longer than just.
It was big. It was big enough to blow our budget.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do.
So we
decided to blow our budget again.
So we said for a Feo's adventure, let's just make a whole new game for that.
Yeah, and so let's show off the screen.
The stories don't quite match.
Yeah.
All right, desktop.
So this is the difference with Tilly's Tale. We now went more natural and more realistic with our characters.
This is a Feo's adventure. This is the game we're still working on, not out yet. That's his familiar, Jafafa. There's the famous explorer in the background.
The headmaster.
The headmaster.
Yes.
We've got the Hero U symbol. I don't know what that character is. There's
a bard. There's a bard and a mage up there.
Oh, okay. There's a
bard
with
a lute, and I guess
the mage on the other side. Oh no, mage in the center.
No, mage has the staff in the left side.
Is that supposed?
That's got to be a warrior or paladin.
Warrior or paladin in the center. Okay. Yeah. Cherry fireplace with a couple of brass birds as opposed to blackbirds.
Okay,
but if they get exposed to the smoke enough, they'll turn into blackbirds.
Yes. So, at any rate, that's the style we went with now. And here's a
close-up of Feo.
With his magic staff for when he actually has to, talk with doing magic.
And of course, Terry Pratchett's, which is love to sing the song about wizard staff has a knob on the end of his staff.
Yes, well, we have crystals.
We have crystals.
So here are the range of emotions with this type of thing. I love BTS looks. Thank you for sharing.
And as you can see, Ifeo is much more naturalistic, realistic looking character. Tilly is, more fantasy,
more comedy,
style.
and yeah. So we're doing some interesting things.
Which of these should I show?
You could show the second one.
Second one, okay.
That goes full screen, and it's a video.
This is effectively a cutscene in the game.
Well, wait a second. I'll give an intro.
Okay.
So the game proceeds much like Tilly's Tale. I mean, he's trying to make friends. He's trying to recruit friends to help him with the Harvest Festival, and everything looks like, okay, it's going to be much like Tilly's Tale. And then, the next, about day 4, that night, he gets awakened from sleep, and this is what he sees out his window.
Thunder and lightning flashes.
Yes, some spoilers. Spoiler alert.
And looks out his window and sees this going on.
So yes, we are talking about having
does not look like a natural storm.
Cinematics in the course of the game, and some interesting stuff goes on, and the game's tone and things change as we go halfway through the game. So that unlike Tilly's Tale, which was lighthearted, silly, and keeping to and fun.
Well, hopefully this is fun too.
This whole game is going to be fun too, but it's got a much more serious tone. It isn't as much comedy release.
I think choices matter a little more too.
Choices of who you pick. Because the stories are not that diversion once you pick a real person, but each character you befriend has their own story that is really significant.
And really affects the overall story of what's going on.
Yes. So you don't need to show those, the lead into it, but you can show this. And this is, yes, Serhi, the paladin student, tells the story of something that occurs during the thing, and he's recounting it. So he went with a fantasy. This is his story. So he made it look like it's an illustration from a Slavic,
a Russian storybook.
Slavic. He isn't Russian. He's
Ukrainian.
Right. Ukrainian. He's from Kiev, but that's not actually Ukraine right now. It's Kiev Republic or something like that.
Okay.
And, if I looked outside my window, I'd be mildly freaked out a bit, yeah. But don't worry, the Grand Wizard of Sardonia will reassure you that this is just a commonplace occurrence in this, around this island at times.
So one of the Grand Masters of science fiction was Gordon R. Dickson, who did a whole series of novels about the Dorsai, which were professional mercenary soldiers. Their entire planet basically supplied mercenary units to other worlds. And Gordy wrote, and normally it's all, about heroism and people, being really incredibly clever and winning a war without having a lot of bloodshed. But one of his stories is called Lost Dorsai. And it's a great story about someone who was brought up in this militaristic Dorsai culture, but was a pacifist and resolved that he would, they're very much like the Swiss Guards. That was one of the inspirations for the whole Dorsai series. The Swiss pikemen were never defeated. So in Lost Dorsai, you have the Dorsai who doesn't fit in with the rest of them because he's not interested in fighting, doesn't want to kill anyone, and he is in fact a bard. He takes up musical instruments and...
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but this is all his story. So in Summer Days of Feo's adventure, we have the character Sergei from Kiev, who is a paladin.
He's in the paladin class.
All right. He's a wannabe paladin, or at least in the paladin class. But unlike the other paladins, in D&D, a paladin is just a glorified warrior with some spells. And in Quest for Glory, the paladin is basically an extremely honorable character, and we in fact made it so you didn't have to be a warrior to become a paladin. So here we have Sergei, who's a paladin who is a pacifist.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
You are allowed to say that.
Okay. Good, because I just did.
I know you did. At great lengths. But at any rate, this is...
And so here's a cutscene illustrating a situation
Don't go too far.
I'm not going to go too far. There is a monster that is fighting and in the process defeating, probably killing, another one of the paladins.
And this is his retelling of the story to Ifeo after the fact. And so it's illustrated. I'd go with, rather than storyline, we went with this very Slavic illustration of, how they do fairy tales. Because
this is how Sergei tells the story.
Yes, so it's in the style of his culture. And we want to do, some interesting things with the art. We're going in different directions. And even though I would have said last year, all the art for Ifeo's game has been done. That's why we were working on Sammy's story. There was still more interesting things we could do, and we wanted to bring it to life in different ways. Yeah, a bit of the Odyssey vibes. Interesting. So, yes.
Yes. Actually reminds me of, was it Fritz Lang? No, who was the amazing animator that did the Sinbad? Harryhausen. Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of the excitement of a Ray Harryhausen animation.
When you were 8 years old and watching it for the first time, maybe. So, yes. That's about it for now.
Those were black and white?
Huh? They were in black and white, yeah.
Okay.
And stop motion animation.
He did just amazing animation, the Sinbad stories and the Odyssey.
So yes, we just wanted to say that yes, we are working on Ifeo's adventure. It's very exciting times. It's going in different directions from Tilly's Tale. It's going to be, if you enjoyed Tilly's Tale, you will really enjoy Ifeo's adventure. And if you didn't enjoy Tilly's Tale, well then maybe you'll like Ifeo's adventure a whole lot better.
It feels like the stakes are higher.
Yes.
And that's much, with our plans for Hero U, where we're going to go from a relatively low stakes, personal story onto higher and higher stakes.
Yes.
University. And if we ever get, if one of you suddenly becomes Elon Musk, but with a
without
better...
evil.
Well, yeah, without a non-evil Elon.
Yes.
Feel free to donate 50 or 100 million to help us
Wizard
make
Way
the rest of the series.
And the
we'll make the whole series.
The Way of the Warrior, or whatever it's going to be. We'll make the entire series, because it has been scripted, or at least plotted out where we're going with the entire series. But the Summer Days series are parallel to them, and they take place in between the games. So this, Ifeo's game is just after Road to Redemption, whereas Tilly's was the lead-in to Road to Redemption. Yes. And, yes.
Actually, the original Diablo, if I have my straight, I think it was Diablo, people at Sierra described as the poor man's Quest for Glory.
I see, yeah.
So they basically thought that they had totally copied Quest for Glory. But, it's a completely different game.
Yes. Glorious Spider says, my introduction to the Paladin was Quest for Glory. As a kid, I thought it was Quest for Glory that came up with it. And then I played Diablo 2, which has a Paladin class. And yeah, they didn't exactly steal it from Quest for Glory, yes.
We all stole from Dungeons & Dragons.
Yes, we all stole from...
Now, Dungeons & Dragons, the Paladin refers to, the Knights of Charlemagne and so on.
Yes.
The original Paladins. But their concept of what the Paladin was the romantic ideal of what one of Charlemagne's knights might be, rather than, what they actually had was... fighters and, rough or any situations and possibly not at all honorable.
Maybe someone could get Warren Buffett into gaming. I think he's a wee bit old for this now.
Well, now that Phil Spencer is retired from Microsoft, maybe he can become a game investor.
Could be. Maybe he'll, he'll take his Microsoft millions and do something with them for good.
I've heard it said.
No, your voice is
Rough.
rough today, yeah.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason.
That's better, yeah.
That better?
Yeah. If you want to get into it, they're all cribbing from, the Paladins of Charlemagne through the lens of chivalric romance and the knightly virtues that were really very interesting and well done if you take them literally.
And of course, the Song of Roland from those stories, Orlando Furioso, was all about the paladin who went crazy. And Roland basically, just starts, having visions and stuff, and becomes a madman in the field. And he's an amazing warrior, but not necessarily fitting the rest of the chivalric ideal anymore.
Well, so many of those
tormented
medieval
paladins,
stories, the medieval stories have the people going crazy. I mean, Lancelot goes crazy, and
What about Beowulf?
Beowulf, well, he just gets killed by Mama, or so
He becomes boastful.
yeah. Yes, our heroes of yesterday are not the heroes of today. And
Ring of the Nibelungen.
yes, all of these people, so-called heroes, they ain't. And so now we have a new definition of what heroism should be. And it isn't a class culture thing that is part of the
Beowulf gets old.
the
There we go.
patriarchy there, yeah. He does get old, but, Grendel's mom gets revenge.
Well, because it was time for him to retire.
It was.
And maybe that's the story we should listen to. Is
All right.
before Grendel's
fine.
mama comes
the
after
dragon
us.
does take him along after Grendel and his mama. Yes. Yeah. True.
Takes him out. Took 3 tries.
Yeah. I know how that goes. Type. Race. Go back. Do it again. Up.
Yeah, when I took typing class in high school, we were graded on every mistake we made on a page cost, I think, 5 words per minute off the time. So it was a huge penalty for any mistake. And you were never allowed to have more than 3 mistakes, or it was just thrown out. So nowadays, when I'm typing stuff, and for the last 30 years, I'm just constantly typing 2 or 3 characters, backspace, a few more, and I make, 10 errors a minute, if not more.
Yeah. The whole tragic hero / fallen hero trope. Yeah, indeed. Heroes, even in, going back to Greece times, all those heroes, none of them were what we would consider as heroic people. They were simply people that did heroic actions here and then.
Yeah, Hercules, was half god and son of a god.
He went crazy. He has his crazy moments. So, yeah, people like telling stories about the great and mighty, falling low, getting crazy, doing bad things.
And, of course, Oedipus Rex
Well, that's...
had his little encounter with insanity, yeah. It was all the
truly insanity. That was perfectly sane.
It was perfectly sane.
Yes.
And I figured
Hercules went crazy and killed his first wife and child. Yes.
Oedipus, I think, his problem was a prophet. Told him prophecy and caused him to become overly sensitive. And then when he did what came naturally to him.
Well, yeah. I agree. Hercules went crazy. Kevin Sorbo, yeah, definitely went weird. Yes, he did indeed. Yes.
And what about Lucy Lawless, though? She had
she's still good. Yeah, she's still good.
Pretty good, but she had a few moments off. But my favorite, anyway, was always the bard.
Yes.
What's her name?
Yeah. You didn't even name
Xena's Xena and... Oh, come on. What's Xena's bard's friend's name?
the cute one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabriella.
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Yeah, that's it.
Gabriella was my favorite.
Yeah. Of course.
I thought she was sweet. She was just nice. I just liked her and smart.
It's nice to have characters that are not dumb. There were some really dumb moments in those. I mean, some dumb characters in those stories. So,
The King of Thieves.
yeah,
Texer and Autolycus, yeah.
they cracked me up.
Yes, they were silly, but Gabriella was beautiful and sweet.
Crunch Time, yes. The wannabe warrior
Wife-
guy and the
waifu.
King of Thieves. Oh, yes, I liked Autolycus particularly when they got to, have the episodes with him. But we didn't watch too many of those because that was in the era that we didn't watch.
I was in San Jose. We watched some of them.
We didn't.
We
We didn't
had
watch
TV
many of them, but we didn't have a TV there.
didn't? Oh,
No.
okay.
We didn't have a TV in the middle of Silicon Valley. We didn't have a TV in the middle of Ahwahnee or Oakhurst. Or now
Yeah.
we have a TV and
Yeah,
we never watch television. Yeah.
I did turn it on earlier today, to see the little part of the Olympics closing ceremony. But televisions, or lack of them, have been life-defining for us because I built my CPM home computer because I wanted to get an Apple II, but I needed a TV to hook it up to. I didn't want to buy a TV set.
So yes,
And so I got into an entirely different thing, which means I basically got into computer games about 5 or 10 years later than I would have.
yeah, it's interesting. So
Oh.
at any rate, I
Video
think I think we have talked about heroism, and we have talked about Ifeo's adventures
And storytelling.
and storytelling and Sierra games. So I think
Crushes.
it's time to actually play the game and talk about Tilly's Tale,
Love and friendship.
love and friendship. Although we're really talking about friendship here.
It's not working. I'll probably have to cancel and restart it.
Okay, yeah, it clearly isn't.
Oh, we should talk about our, now that I've closed
Before
it
we
all.
got into it, now we should talk about.
I should talk about our YouTube channel.
Yes, if you haven't found the YouTube channel, this is your way to keep up with us.
Yep. I just had an error that I had to retype there.
Yes, because he mistyped something. So, yes, check out the YouTube. Anytime you miss something, you want to sit there and listen to us chatter away, feel free to join us on these YouTube
As you can see,
replays.
the Hero U dash game, in order to do it for YouTube, where YouTube compressed Hero dash U into Hero U. I put the dash back in, but punctuation is always tricky in web searches. That's our YouTube. You, of course, all know our Twitch, and then our Patreon channel.
You should have just left it there. That
I
was
could've.
the right page to have
All right,
it
fine.
on. Yes.
Nope, can't get there anymore. Okay, Tilly's Tale continues soon.
Yeah.
Here is the latest post to our Patreon. Most of my Patreon posts are free. They mostly announce these streams, but in the course of that, I also do things. Oh, I guess I have to have a desktop here.
Yes, yeah.
I also do. Lori does advertising every week. She makes a new image to go with the stream, and this time I made them as downloads. They have the Valentine treats and the Tilly Tale F&S, Fritz and Satari, so that you can. Let's see. Can I get to the previous one? Recent posts. Yeah, here we go. The previous one was the Valentine treat. So both of those are available for posters, free downloads on our Patreon.
I knew it. Corey has always been a centaur. A centaur of
sometimes,
attentions.
sometimes insist on being the center of attention, but
Yes. What
I
made
stole
you
my-
decide on Transsolar Games for the company? Yes.
Transfer Games. So we were working at about the time that Sierra closed down most of the company and canceled our contracts at the end of Quest for
No,
Glory.
this was actually
second
this
time
was
they
the
canceled.
second time. This was
Second time
actually-
around, Quest for
This
Glory.
was the death of
The death of Yosemite Entertainment.
Yes, Yosemite
But it was also
Entertainment.
mostly the death of Sierra.
Well, it was.
They
There was
closed
the
down all
last-
their divisions,
They closed down especially Yosemite Entertainment.
which was the original Sierra company.
Yes.
and we were sort of halfway out in the streets, but not quite there yet. And we had a meeting with Bob Heitman, who was my original boss at Sierra, my original programming manager, and he had run a couple of his own companies. And we're talking about getting together with him to make some games.
In particular, we were going to do the add-on packs for
expansion packs for Quest for Glory 5.
Yes, as a separate company.
And we had a meeting with Craig Alexander, who was the general manager of Yosemite Entertainment, and talked with him about projects we could do. And first thing he did was quash the idea of doing add-on packs, expansion packs, because he said that the general wisdom is that an expansion pack for a game never sells more than 20 or 25% of what the game did.
Yeah.
And so he said basically we would not have enough budget to make anything. And then we talked about doing a whole new Quest for Glory series set in Asia. And Sierra had not entirely closed down at this point.
Yeah.
But it was, and we didn't know that was about to happen.
No. Sierra was closing down. Yosemite was looking for a buyer. They thought the company could be bought out and would find a new sugar daddy.
And Craig said that he might be able to get them to release the intellectual property rights for Quest for Glory to us in return for us giving up all rights to any of the ones that Sierra had previously published. And we didn't think that was a good idea. Little did we know that we made so little money from that.
It would have been a great deal. It was the right idea, but
it would have been a great deal, except it would have been a property we couldn't do anything with because you can't make a game without money.
Yes. So we had this huge story. We had this, this company, potential company, and it was really Bob Heitman who was the driving force in that. And so his idea was to come with this idea of a company that was trans-solar, that we crossed the solar system.
Well, actually, we brainstormed names.
Well,
and we came up with about 20 different names, 18 of which we discovered the URLs were not available.
Yes, that was it.
And then a couple of them, then Transsolar, turned out that nobody had transsolar.com. And it really didn't have anything to do with what we were doing. If we were doing science fiction games, it would have been perfect. But we said, that's got a cool ring to it.
It wasn't necessarily going to be a game company at this point as we watched our market dry up. Yes.
So anyway, having turned a short story into a long one, Transsolar sounded great. So Transsolar Games became the company. Transsolar.com became our website. And a month or two later, we went our separate ways.
Yes, and we inherited the website and the games names. So we kept with Transsolar as an independent corporation. And we did actually...
We actually did
incorporate it. We were going to do Far Studios, which it had been our studio name when we were doing...
Which is short for Flying Aardvark Ranch.
Yeah, when we were doing Shannara, we had to come up with our own company. And we called it Far Studios.
I don't remember why we didn't.
We had to because I had it under... I was doing my art under that.
Uh-huh.
And so our accountant said you had to split it up. Because I would have really preferred Far Studios to be our company name, but oh well.
And that would have been fine for an independent third-party development studio for games.
Yeah.
And we could have.
So instead, we have Transsolar. Yep.
Yeah. So if you look at most of the AAA games out there, they're actually all. Some of them are developed in-house, but at least some of the work, and maybe all the work, is actually done by small game companies that are independent studios that are affiliated with the main one. Uh-huh. So anyway, Transsolar was just a name that we could get a website for.
That was the key, yes. It was available with a .com at the time because that's all there were.
Yeah. With Hero U, we originally could not get HeroU.com. Without the dash, HEROU was someone's family name, and so they had Hero.com. They eventually dropped that, and they also had Hero-U.com. So we got Hero-U.net, I think, was our original, which is inappropriate. That should be for a networking company.
Oh wow!
And eventually, we got the .com for it.
Yeah. It's a long story. With
So
this
we
kind
got
of
all
doll.
these. We have all these URLs that we don't do much with.
Yeah, so let's go back and start the game.
All right, starting the game. I believe we were playing on.
No, not Steam.
Not
You
on
were
Steam.
up
Playing it
above. You were
directly.
playing it directly. Left over, one over, left, down, below. There. No, you passed it.
That's not the right one.
Oh, that isn't the right one? Oh, that, well, where's your Tilly's tail?
Okay, so actually, sorry, I should have set this up because I
You're
forgot that
supposed
it's
to, but
challenging.
it's not more than one thing. I mean, it's not just
All right.
there on your desktop.
It is actually on my F drive.
Oh, of course, because I'd know where to look there.
Under
Rogue to Redemption.
Builds Summer Days.
Okay, right underneath many, many layers.
Okay, here we go. Here are your business. Build Summer Days. Tilly Windows 2026, February 5th. So what we're really doing here is we are alpha and beta testing a build with you all.
Yeah.
Although this has been released now out on to itch.io, and
Yes, but it has.
I'm not sure if it's on Steam or not.
It should have all the latest corrections, the sound corrections and things that will keep you from having a game that.
We had problems with using too much memory for the sound.
Yeah.
It's really
All
quiet.
right.
Is it too quiet?
This is seen as usually quiet. Hey, let's go into the game.
Load.
If you made a sixth Quest for Glory, would you have tried the multiplayer thing again like you attempted with 5 in the beginning? At that point, we were thinking about it when we were still working with Yosemite Entertainment to try to make that multiplayer thing go.
Yeah, we made 10 or 15 proposals for what we
Yeah.
could do as Transor Games. And one of them was to do the multiplayer expansion
Yes.
to Quest for Glory 5.
That one got poo-pooed by the lead director, the lead programmer for Quest for Glory 5, who said the multiplayer stuff was unfeasible at this point. And when that character, Eric, who thought he could do anything and probably could, says something that won't be able to work, we took him
Yeah, if
seriously.
Ilya Malinin says that a particular jump is impossible, you believe him because
At least
he already
for
does
this
all the
point in
ones that
time.
everyone else says are impossible.
Yes. So, yes. So, therefore, we could not make the multiplayer game. But we did propose it. We did seriously think that we could do that, as our next game would be to redo the entire game as a multiplayer
Did we
world.
propose a full Quest for Glory 6 or only the expansion?
We didn't do a full 6. No, we did say we could have 6. We could have 6 with the kids of the
Yeah, we would start going with the Children of the Adventure.
Right. So we had many, many ideas, none of which manifested for all the reasons you can
And
imagine.
particularly it didn't manifest because what Craig possibly had inklings of but didn't let us know at the time was that 1 or 2 weeks later it became Chainsaw Monday and whatever was left of the company went away.
Right, because nobody bought Yosemite Entertainment out. I mean, and they spent a lot of money making Yosemite Entertainment a viable company as its own. You know, we had its own logo. You know, they actually spent money on, making the place nicer, but nope, didn't work. Let's see.
I lost it.
I think it's great that you got to fully wrap up the story. A lot of Sierra games never got to have a conclusion. I know. That was a miracle.
Yeah, we were so bummed out when the series was canceled after Quest for Glory 4, and I was kicking myself. There is
You've already told these stories before.
there's a song that goes lie to a general, lie to a brigadier. And I said I should have taken that advice and said do not tell the whole truth. You don't lie to them, but don't go out of your way to tell unpleasant truths to the company director if it means that they're just automatically going to cancel your game.
Yep.
And I could have been much more upbeat about Quest for Glory 4 and said, yep, we'll do it. We will make it for
Quest for
20%
Glory 5,
less
yes.
than the Quest for Glory 4 budget.
Yeah.
Quest for Glory 5, yeah. And then it would have actually cost twice as much as Quest for Glory 4, but we'd have had the...
Yeah, and it would have been a totally different game. So, we got what we got, and what we did get was as good as it could have been for the time period and for the setting. We can't ask for a better conclusion.
Yep.
Except nowadays, in which case we could ask that it could be remade so that it actually looks good.
Yep. We would have, in hindsight, maybe we would have preferred to have made a one that looked the same kind of art standards as Quest for Glory 4. But oh well.
Wasn't there an anniversary of Chainsaw Monday recently? I think I saw a post about it in Facebook.
That wouldn't be surprising. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about this time of year.
It was.
So I got laid off from Sierra when I insisted on taking my Thanksgiving vacation.
That's not laid off.
Well, all right, fired.
Today, actually.
My contract was canceled.
Yes.
And the whole team was canceled. It was laid off 2 weeks later. And then Lori hung on for another month or so. February 22nd,
1999.
And that is today. Is the 27th anniversary of Chainsaw Monday at Sierra.
That's great. Well, at Yosemite Entertainment.
Happy anniversary.
That's Yosemite Entertainment.
No, it's all of Sierra. Chainsaw Monday. They killed Dynamics at the same time, and they killed
but that doesn't make any sense.
And they killed the development at Seattle.
Okay. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Grenoweth, they brought in David, I think, Grenoweth. They brought in as a professional chainsaw guy to go and...
Capitalism is brutal. Yeah. And crazy, because you had companies that were important. People were literally crying at the time. I can imagine. Yosemite Entertainment, everybody had been... the people that were there were the leftovers anyway, and so they all figured. We knew that the company Yosemite Entertainment was doing its best to stay alive, but
bring out Ken Williams' book, Not All Fairy Tales.
Where is it? Over here?
So behind you, top shelf.
A top shelf?
I think so. Probably behind this poster.
Those are games, aren't they?
Isn't there a Not All Fairy Tales?
No,
not there.
Just the games.
Yeah. Where'd it go then?
Here
shelf.
it is.
There it is. Okay, Ken Williams wrote a book called Not All Fairy Tales Have Happy Endings, The Rise and Fall of Sierra Online. This is my pre-release copy. And he actually changed it. Took out some of the excess stuff from it, verbiage. But what Ken says in his book is that when he made the deal with CUC to merge with Sierra and become Sendent, that he thought that it would preserve the company long term, that they had big pockets that Sierra didn't have, and the games were getting more and more expensive to make, and it was getting really hard to justify putting in $5 or $10 million up front into a game that might or might not sell.
A good book, but his title is a little tortured.
Anyway, so Ken and Roberta were totally disgusted when just a few years later that, first of all, there was the scandal at CUC, and then finally they closed down Sierra instead of making Sierra great again.
Yep. All right. The Thief class in Quest for Glory class kind of inspired me to play the Thief games. As a kid, I thought the Thief game is kind of like the Thief class in Quest for Glory, but first person. Well,
sure.
It was kind of.
Yeah, it's the same idea. It was the idea of thief heroes or rogue heroes.
I mean, what they could do with the Thief game was really very interesting, and I really liked the concept.
Yeah,
of
that stealth matters and stuff like that. Those
All
are great
the things
games.
We really
Those are great
wanted
games.
to do with the Thief class if we could have, had the time to devote to that sort of thing.
Yeah, we were limited by very short deadlines and by the limits of our own imagination, of course.
Well, and then Road to Redemption, we really wanted to, bring in the stealth as a
bring the real stealth game.
Yeah, and allow you to play this sort of thing. Thieves games are really good, and the Thief has been around for a long time. Yep, yeah.
Robin Hood, Arsène Lupin, The Saint, etc.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so people who do not fit the hero roles, but still do great things. And
if Ken would have kept Sierra going if the company was still doing financially well? I think he really...
Well, Ken wasn't in charge anymore at that point.
No.
Ken had been pushed off to the sideline about 3 years earlier.
Yeah, he wasn't really... That wasn't his main thing of being a corporate president. He really is a laid back kind of guy when it came to management and things like that.
Yeah, bit of a hippie and
And he
love.
liked to have other people do all. I mean, that's why Kaveen was brought on. He was the
He was the
hatchet
enforcer.
man and the enforcer, because Ken didn't like to do that.
Ken
sort
didn't
of
like to, get anyone mad at him.
Yeah, he liked to enjoy himself. So he had the ruthlessness to be to form a company and to run it for a good amount of time, but he got out when he could.
Interesting line in his book was about me. Said that, we never really, Corey never really socialized with me. I'm like, socialize with the boss? What's he talking about? Never even occurred to me.
No, he could.
I was always terrified of Ken.
Yes, Ken would be strict, but he didn't do it to your face. He could be critical because he'd go around and look at the people's things, and you had to have the
Say,
demo.
oh, well, I could have done that in,
Yes. Yes.
4 hours, and you spent weeks on it?
Yeah, he is strict, but he did not like. He liked to have somebody else be his hatchet man.
I learned from, because he gave me a line like that at his interview when he checked out the project I'd been working on for 2 years. And, I could have done that in a few weeks. And Heitman said, yes, he could have done a prototype of it in a few weeks, and it would have been buggy as all get out, and, would have taken years to refine and do a real product. Any of us could throw out a prototype in a few days.
Yeah. So yes, he was strict, but he did not like to be he liked to enjoy himself, not have to be the day-to-day boss, except early. I mean, we're talking the early stages. We would see him walking around and looking at things. But after Quest for Glory 1, that pretty much changed. And
delegated everything.
he delegated everything. And we had middle management was put in. Because before, it was all him as manager.
So, Beliksar, edit that. Sounds like he wanted to have others do the dirty work for him. Take out the word dirty, and you've got it.
Yes. Yeah. That pretty much describes it. Yes.
And that's true of most of us. I always said I wanted to be a consultant and an idea guy and let other people do the actual implementation. But I was never actually good at that because I always wanted to get my hands on and get in there. The hardest thing for me was on the Hero U on Hero U to not get in and be a programmer on it. And in a sense, that was a mistake, and I should have been. But in another sense, I could never have run the company if I was also programming.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that drive is going to push AI a lot for a lot of ideas, guys. Yes. AI is going to be contaminating everything for a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, that's about it. It's what they call vibe coding, where instead of actually putting in the work to, drill down and do all the nitty-gritty of the code, that you tell an AI, write this module for me, and here's what I want to do. And the work becomes describing that well enough for the AI to do it. And then the real work becomes fixing the code.
The code now that the AI is
gets
really
it. AI will do a pretty good job. I mean, it really will. But it's never going to get it right. We have an AI discussion on our Discord. If you're not already on there, you should be. Go to discord.gg and look up Transolar Games, 1S and Transolar. What was I talking about before that?
You were talking about
vibe coding.
Vibe coding.
Yeah, and
discussion of AI.
Yeah, I've commented the discussion of AI we have on our Discord. The thing I commented was that every time I have done a query in something that's an area that I know about, whether it be the game of Bridge, whether it be Quest for Glory, World of Warcraft, the Olympics, it gives me the AI answers are ludicrously wrong. I recently asked how many of the U.S. medal winners at the Olympics are immigrants or children of immigrants, and it said, well, I don't have information on that, so I brought it back down to children of immigrants, and how many are immigrants? And it said none. And we can tell this because the official U.S. Olympics page says that the U.S. team consists of 232 athletes, and therefore none of them were immigrants. And it's just a ludicrously wrong and stupid answer. So if you have it writing your game for you, it'll probably do about that well.
Yes, Joseph says, boy, do I know all about that. I love my boss, but he'll have the AI do something, and inevitably I have to fix what it breaks. Yes.
Now, we have a long tradition of that, because in the old days, it was that they didn't want to pay for senior programmers, so they would get programmers,
they'd get
junior programmers straight out of school, which Ken Williams didn't have a college education. I was straight out of school when I got into programming, although I'd had a couple years before I got to Sierra. And the junior programmers inevitably will write bad code that the senior ones will have to fix.
Yes. And,
everyone in North America is an immigrant or descendants of one unless they're indigenous. And if they're indigenous, they get no respect from the current powers that be. So.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody took a crack at making an adventure game in AI. Yes, they have.
Yeah.
I know many engines have already started involving AI in some way to build the code. AI is great until it's terrible. Text generation. I haven't used the image, sound, video stuff. Also, the economics of the agents are not economical. They're going to need some serious breakthroughs to reach the mythical AGI.
That's artificial general intelligence.
Ah, okay. And yes, and Dragon Lancer is happy to see Gloria Spider.
Other way around. Gloria Spider is happy to see Dragon
Lancer. No, they're both. Dragon Lancer.
Oh, they're both happy to see each other. Yay!
Yay. Glad to see
people who know each other.
Yes.
Glad. All right.
Social Club.
AI, when ChatGPT came out, I was really impressed. I mean, I could type in queries and get reasonable English language answers, and a lot of fun. Use it to brainstorm, say, okay, propose the what would be a good storyline for the next quest for glory, and it basically gave me one by combining elements of all the previous stories. So it looked pretty good. But then when the art tools came out, what was the first one?
Midjourney.
No, Midjourney was later. Midjourney was amazing.
Yeah.
But the first AI art tools, where you could just type in a short description and it would make a painting for you. I mean, I was so impressed by that, not being an artist. And I could certainly see, if I were working as a solo developer, if we didn't have, great artists working for us, and I had to do art for a game, I would certainly go to Midjourney or one of those and use that to prototype the background art and characters for a game.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer.
Do a prototype for a picture, yeah.
And then you get a real artist
Yeah.
to take that character and animate it and bring it to life.
Yeah, so I think it can be an excellent tool. It just, right now, it is not the end-all or be-all that everybody wants. Everybody wants the magic wand to say, "Pop, my game is done," It just doesn't work that
way. And over on LinkedIn and Quora, I see a lot of posts from people that are doing vibe coding, and the audience kind of splits between half of them say, most amazing thing ever, saves so much time, it's great, and the other half saying, it does it really fast, and then it is so broken that I spent twice as long to fix it.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of Kickstarter games that went that way, of realizing that once they prototyped it with AI, they couldn't make it real. Yes, and Joseph, how is Northmere? He said that's what Northmere did. He did prototyped and then went over it by hand.
Yep.
Yeah. As a technical person, there's also an aspect of tuck your gerb.
Well, Beliksar says AI is good for very basic stuff like asking what the capital city of a country is or what the current exchange rate between currencies is. Well, first of all, it's not good at that second one. I'll go back to that in a second. As far as asking what the capital city of a country is, that's called a web search. And that's what Ask
Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves, and later on Google
used to do
Bing
excellent. Yes,
did great jobs without using AI. It's something AI adjacent, admittedly.
Right.
But what they are is they're just massive, large database searches. So a large database search can do a terrific job at telling you what is the capital of Albania. Now, as far as exchange rates, all the AI prompts I've seen are absolutely horrible at anything involving numbers.
Yeah.
It's just like in the old days, my father used slide rules, and he would go and say, just in seconds, whip out a slide rule and say, the answer is 0.3277. And of course, the slide rule doesn't give you the decimal point. Slide rule will tell you 3277, and you have to figure out whether that's 0.0032 or 0.32 or 3277. And my father, being an expert engineer, knew what the range was, and so he taught me to always do a range estimation first, and then use the slide rule to get the precise answer. So
it's a good advice. I mean, for everything.
So I've asked numeric questions of ChatGPT and Bing, and they tell me, this change will be a 32% improvement. And I go to the article, and it's 0.32. 0.32%, not 32%.
Zamatra says, I've tried asking AI many times to emulate Sierra's backgrounds. I have yet to see anything that is very close to. I've seen some very good stuff on Facebook, that the AI channel that everybody either can't stand or loves. But we
were recently sent a kind of like a trailer video of Quest for Glory 4, was it? With AI images, and it really looks good. Mm-hmm. Video has some issues with cuts and so on, but doesn't matter. That can be fixed.
Belzar says, reminds me of an apparent sign in NASA: fast, cheap, good. Pick two. Yeah.
And my answer to that has always been, you're lucky if you get one.
Yes, really, yeah. And Joseph says, well, here's the thing. Some programming is mindless. Boilerplate, copy, paste, and Googling because it's been solved 100,000 times. Yes. Or if you need to say, convert a CSV
to a JSON or things that are busy work. Yeah. Well, but there are existing tools that don't use AI to do all that.
They didn't need AI. Yeah.
Actually, with pretty much every game I've worked on, or certainly all the Windows games, have started out by looking at a previous game and finding the earliest version of it and taking the core gaming loop out of that and then plugging that into the new game and starting from there. So every game needs to periodically refresh frames and have new images. It needs to be interruptible when you...
That's SCI, was all about. Is to give you your core basic things for making a game. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, all the Sierra games all started from the same core gaming loop, and the games I did with Bob Heitman, which were all written in C++ and did not use SCI for his independent companies, were all the same thing. He started out with a core game loop that could get input from the player, could refresh the screen, and could run things at a constant frame rate. Mm. And you need that for every single game.
Yep.
So then you fill in the details.
Lol. You would think that the most purely logical things, like involving numbers and math, would be what a computer AI is good at. Go figure. Yeah, really.
Well, my mother was terrorized by story problems in school because she just couldn't relate them to numbers. And maybe ChatGPT is the same thing. ChatGPT is really good at understanding prompts in a language and spitting out responses in the same or possibly a different language.
It's terrified. It's obviously terrified.
It's obviously terrified of numbers.
And so therefore it makes up the first thing it can come up with. Yes. Clearly that's the way it is. And it's already got, intelligence. It's already got its own little intelligence, and it knows what it's afraid of, and so therefore it avoids problems by lying. So we don't know anybody like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can ask Bing AI how many medals did the United States win at the current Winter Olympics. Actually, I have to specify 2026 Winter Olympics because otherwise it won't know whether Winter Olympics is talking about this year or 1980. I've had answers like that were 20 years out of date.
Yes,
40
they
years.
basically pulled.
Yeah. It just basically does a web search and finds an article that has the answer.
Yes.
But I could have done that. We could have done that before without AI.
Yep. Go to Wikipedia.
Go to any website.
Yeah. All right. What was the latest version of SCI? Was it the one for Quest for Glory 5?
No idea.
What did 5 actually have SCI at that?
No, SCI. Quest for Glory 5 was not SCI.
Yeah,
Latest version of SCI was the one used for Quest for Glory 4.
probably yes.
And I think they called it SCI 1 or 1.1 or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
they developed it for Quest for Glory 4, and so therefore there was probably another game that was not Quest for Glory that came out with it.
First few games were on what they
Yes.
later called SCI 0.
I think King's
0.1.
Quest had another game that was still it was
Oh, the King's Quest 7? Or
yeah,
8?
I think 8 was still the last of the
It wasn't
2D.
SCI. No, it wasn't SCI.
The last of the 2D
Oh, King's Quest 3?
the
4. King's Quest 4.
4 no.
King's Quest 4 was the last 2D game. No, all right, I'm wrong. Oh, forget that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So
King's Quest 7.
As long as the quest, was 8 the King's Crown or whatever they decided to count it. That was the
8 was the Abomination that was 3D and
yes.
was nothing like
yes.
a King's
So
Quest.
I think the last King's Quest that was not 3D was still with SCI, and that was it. That was the minute they went to 3D, they had to throw everything away.
But yeah, I think everything from
Yeah.
like
Yes, and all of them had
King's
yes.
Quest 5 on up were SCI 1. Mask of Eternity, that was it.
Yep.
Mask of Eternity, Quest for Glory 5, and Gabriel Knight 3 were all 3D and all different engines, all developed in-house at 3 different locations.
All over budget and all interesting reception. Yes.
Going back to Bob Heitman, again, one of the unsung heroes of Sierra Online is Bob and a couple others. Jeff Stevenson founded the engineering department, and their rule was that every game was going to use the same version of SCI as all the other games. And if your game needed an SCI feature that wasn't in there, you had to go to the systems department and work with them to get that feature into the engine for all the games.
King's Quest.
And that was why they spent $1 million up to that point on, which at that time was money, on the engine, and every game benefited from it.
Yes.
When they stopped doing that, the company fell apart.
Yes. King's Quest 7 UI was the same as in Phantasmagoria. That's because they wanted to go to the full motion video / CDs that, of the era, yes. And the CD players, remember those things? Yeah.
Was Massive Eternity King's Quest 7 or 8? I forget. I
They
thought it was
said
8.
8. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
okay.
7. This is
7 was the
is
same as
last
Phantasmagoria.
2D. I vaguely remember playing some 3D King's Quest and thinking it was terrible. Thankfully, Quest for Glory 5 pulled it off the early 3D as well. Well, the 5 King's Quest, they'd kicked out Roberta as a designer, and they went their own direction with it. So how could it really be a good King's Quest game? It might be a good game.
Arrogant game directors it's just basically they wouldn't let us have much say on what the combat was going to be for King's Quest 5, and we finally managed to Quest for Glory 5. And we finally managed to yank some of that back and convince them that, yes, it needs a mouse interface.
Yes.
But
yeah, we had. I mean, there were a lot of fights with 5 because we did have a management that thought they knew more
than we
did for a lot of things. Plus, we had a programmer that was locked up in his own little room. We never talked to them for Eric Lenkel, and occasionally information would get through to him that we needed something. So yes. So the ending of Phantasmagoria was so depressing. Yeah, I never actually cared for the Phantasmagoria games, and I did not actually even go beyond looking vaguely at it.
Lori has a rule on films and probably books that...
books, yes.
Yeah, they've got to have a likable main character and a satisfying ending.
Yeah.
I've
thrown away a little, some books, for instance.
Ones that killed off all the wolves?
Oh, yeah, the ones that killed off all the wolves. And the
wolves won't mention any particular series title.
The wolves were irrelevant to the story, and yet they seemed so important initially. And then they killed off the main character, and it's like, why am I reading this? But yeah, we won't mention any names. Yeah. I've always said that if you took the King's Quest part out of Mask of Eternity, I don't think the game would have taken as much flack.
Possibly, yeah.
Yes. Hey,
That'd been
TA
an interesting thing.
with Lori.
But it also wouldn't have sold well. They would have sold 50 copies.
And they like the look of Quest for Glory 5. I did not like the character designs. I like the designs were awesome.
The backgrounds are pretty good.
Everything was pencil sketched out to begin with. All of the characters had, detailed designs. The voxel stuff, when we were doing the voxel stuff, they looked really good.
Do we have a Quest for Glory 5 notebook back there?
No, we don't. We gave our notebooks.
Artist era. Okay.
Yeah. But alas, the implementation in the end was very limited, and they did what they could. And the
voxel art was great too. Yeah, and it just when they had to go to low polygon counts,
and actually the design of the backgrounds and things, other than they had to be contorted because of the new rules of how we were supposed to be doing things, they were all elaborate. They were all making real use of 3D. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like the background and the way they followed a slight fisheye lens that rolled beautifully, lots of background details.
Yes, and the pencil drawings behind it, just exquisite. So the art was excellent. I do not fault any of my artists that were there for what it came. It was the limitations of the system at that time.
Yeah, on all games, when you say, "Oh, this is ugly," and so on, if you could just see what work the artist did, it's pretty universal.
And yes, and to make these things was so much work. Even the most, the most limited background was taking a month of time per background, per screen rather than background. And so it was horrendous. It was not practical.
Okay, what's 320? Should I switch off playing World of Warcraft instead of
No,
Tilly's Tale?
You shouldn't. You should play Tilly's Tale. Let's get to the end of it. Quest for Glory 5 backgrounds were beautiful and scrolling went well. You can start it. I can read. Unfortunately, the fight in 3D were clunky to me. Going from 2, 3, and 4, always evolving, 5 felt a little bit backward.
Oh, did I run it twice? I'm not sure. My brain twice.
Is it?
Maybe not.
No.
I guess it just said, it's already running, so we'll take you to it.
Okay. We'll load it up. And we'll load a game. And we will load that one. We are the night before the beach party.
We could say that, showing the main character lying in bed could be naughty if you were in 1920.
Some of the areas in Quest for Glory 5 felt huge for what they were, and they were huge. The scale was immense.
It's a beautiful day today. It's breezy and sunny and beachy.
It's beach day!
We are halfway through the game.
According to Tilly.
And it's not some boring lecture about trap disarming in a dingy dungeon disbarred bards class.
Sarah Fuzzle, the voice actress for Tilly, so amazing. That's a hard line to read. And she just does it.
However,
dingy dungeon disbarred bards.
She tried out for all the characters, and there wasn't a character...
Including the male ones.
Including the male ones. I would have cast her as all of them if we didn't want the variety. Yeah. About Lori's earlier...
she had a different voice for everyone. She could have done them all.
She could have done them all easily. I would have cast her for any one of them and all of them. But let's see. And I'm fine with combat. As someone who'd played RPGs like Diablo, it felt kind of the same. Just direct view rather than isometric. And yes, the people who actually worked on the combat system were the people that had played games like Diablo, and they were trying to get that feel into the game.
Do you want 5?
5, yes.
Yeah. And so John Harris, was first-person shooters and action games.
Yes. So therefore, it kept that feel. But But what worked in it was the fact that all the villains, all the opponents were not pre-programmed. They had AI, effectively. They had fuzzy logic about what behaviors they would do, so they weren't predictable. You wouldn't have rote, and every combat system every game you played, every combat you did was unique, and so it was brilliant. It just was not very Quest for Glory in that sense.
But, I think it's great. But like the WSAD for movement, it's like I'd never in my life used WSAD for movement keys. I use the arrow keys. Ever since we had them. So actually HJ, what was it? HJKL was the movement in the early
Right.
games.
Yeah.
H was Control H is backspace. H is left.
Oh God, yeah. And
No.
Lori's earlier comment
J
about
was line feed, so J was down.
yeah. Satisfying endings. I have to say that Colonel's Bequest did this very well. The end tied up everything nicely and accounted for all the threads in the story game. Now that's a good, well-designed game. Yeah.
Well, it was asked in a previous one of these, if she were to do someone else's series, which one she would continue. And Colonel's Bequest was
Yeah, Colonel's Bequest. I like the concept. I like the idea of what
Like
she
Laura
was
Bow.
doing. Like Laura Bow. So I thought that could make an excellent game to keep going as a series. But at any rate, we're in our game, so
You
let's
were, but
actually.
you were talking. you
Yes,
kept
I tried to
suspecting it.
read people.
So
Okay, here we go.
Why aren't there people out here enjoying beach day?
Oh no!
I thought people would be happy to take a day off school. At least I got Fritzy to enjoy the sun and surf.
Hi, Fritzy. Does he look like he's enjoying it?
Hey there! It's great to
I'm not
splash
sure why
around
she's
in
got-
warm seawater instead of the icy Spiegel Sea, isn't it? Isn't it, Fritz? Fritz!
What? Oh, sorry. I'm a bit distracted.
A bit distracted. A Cheetar could have attacked you and you wouldn't have noticed. Silly Centaur. Here we are by a beautiful beach on a perfect summer day, and all you can do is mope.
I am concerned that I will miscast my Creare Familiarum ritual tomorrow. I have to do and say everything precisely.
Yeah, I would have called that Creare, but
Yeah,
as long as it's consistent.
yeah.
What if I stutter? What if I suddenly draw a blank on what word or line goes next? I could botch the ritual and my entire future with one mistake.
That is, of course, the terror of every wizard and magic user throughout history. There's a gnome in World of Warcraft, gnome warlock, that summons up a demon and stutters in the spell, and the demon ends up destroying him.
Yes, it's a common occurrence.
So what if you make a mistake? You can always do it again another time.
Professor Sylvia says that Creare Familiarum is the most important ritual any wizard can cast. If I fail at it, she will realize that I can never be a wizard.
Fritz, you can do this. You know you can. You'll be a great wizard. You'll live in a fancy tower house on the top of Zauberberg, just like the Archmage Erasmus, only bigger.
Bigger!
But what if...
And this, of course, is what we all go through, the what ifs.
I'm very good at making what ifs.
Yeah, when we did the Life Spring training, they called them considerations. If all the considerations, well, what if it doesn't work? And the answer is, we'll find out. My mom was always worried about tsunamis hitting, and said, well, yeah, they might come, but if they do, you worry about them.
Yes, Fritz has some serious anxiety issues. He does. He has the kind of anxiety you would have if you were in this situation, I'll tell you.
Yep. If I were a wizard student there, I'd be going through the same things.
Okay.
Self-doubts.
Why don't you go back to your room and practice the spell some more?
She made him happy.
At least that way you won't fret yourself to death.
Thank you, Tilly. I'm sorry I could not share beach day with you.
The tail on the centaur.
I'll have more fun in the sun if I know my bestest friend in the world isn't worrying about the fate of his future. Go study. I hoped that being out on the beach would help Fritz relax and enjoy himself. Seems like this only made him more unhappy.
Yeah, Tilly is, dancing through life, having a carefree existence, and she's just naturally very good at being a rogue and our rogue skills. Doesn't realize other people don't have to work at it.
Fritz has no chill. Yes, he has no chill. That's
He'll be chilled if he goes in that water.
Ah, there's Sitari. Hey, Sitari. Isn't this a beautiful day to be on the beach?
Oh, he's big in this
It
picture.
is a nice day, I guess.
Yes, he's very big.
He's too
Seems
big.
like it's kind of deserted here, so I guess you can't practice your bard skills right now. So you'll just have to forget about playing music and just plain play. We can go wade into the sea and splash each other.
No, I would get my tambour wet.
Don't worry. You can put it on the rocks over there where it won't get wet.
But then I would get wet.
That's kind of the point of being on the beach, isn't it?
Perhaps so. but I do not like to get wet, even as we speak. My fur is getting damp from the sea spray. I smell like rotted fish. I hate the beach.
Oops.
Then why did you even come?
I did not wish to disappoint you. I wished to tell you earlier of my dislike for the sea, but you were so excited about beach day.
Learn to listen.
I am so very sorry that I have spoiled your fun with my petty problem.
It's okay, Satari. I'm sorry too that you aren't happy. Then again, you should have told me you didn't like the sea before this.
But, when you never let someone get a word in edgewise, that sort of misunderstanding happens.
I tried.
Uh-huh.
Then I guess I should listen more and talk less at times, shouldn't I? So even if I am kind of too pushy, are we still friends?
You are the best of friends to me, Tilly.
Well then, as your best friend, I think you should skedaddle back to the castle and dry off your fur by a warm fireplace.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Poor Satari was miserable because he wanted to be nice to me. Maybe I need to learn how to be a better friend.
All right. So, yes,
So much for beach day.
the voice acting is great in this. I'm happy you got voice acting for this. Yes, this was Corey's decision. We didn't have the budget for it, and we certainly didn't have the time for it.
And then talked to Dave Gilbert for advice on. He said, I said that it was like, 50 or 100,000 for the voice acting for Quest for Glory 4 and 5. And he said, I can do it for a lot less than that. I don't spend that much on voice actors. And so we had Dave directed. He came in a much lower budget, but still money we didn't have.
Yeah, but it was so worth it, and we knew it. And especially when we got the interviews, the auditions back, and said, yes, this is definitely going to bring the game to life. And
Although we did have to cut down on our caviar and champagne.
Ah, yes, yeah, we did not in our yacht.
Much
for our yacht.
Never got a yacht, unlike Ken Williams.
Yeah. I have to apologize ahead of time, but being an Elder Scrolls fan as well, I keep calling the Kashis.
Yep, many people do.
Yes. And Gloria Spider said, not saying you copied as Quest for Glory came out before the Elder Scrolls. Yeah, well.
We know that.
Yeah. I love the art
But this
direction.
game came out after.
I love the art direction in this. I do too. I think this is perfect for Tilly's game. I mean, and JP did a wonderful
You're
job.
the art director.
I am the art director, but
JP is the art designer.
JP has rapidly moved into the position of art director for especially Theo's adventures. This was, what I wanted to do, and he delivered perfectly. But he's really pushing the ends with art direction with Theo's adventure.
Yeah, again, let's look at.
Yeah.
Oops, I double
You
clicked.
double clicked.
I don't know how to unclick
I
it.
don't know. Kill it then.
Kill it and reopen it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I did it again.
Oh well.
I do that.
It doesn't matter.
Click.
There. One.
All right, this is a scene from a Theo's adventure. And keep this in your head as we switch to the scene in Tilly's Tale.
Yeah.
Very
this
different
is-
feel. It's not just the detail. It's that Feo is a darker, more serious tone.
Yeah, and so I really like this. Yes. Yes. Tilly, but I guess it was a good learning experience. Yeah, she is learning. That was the trick with her. Sometimes she can be pretty obnoxious in this game. She's, she does tend to run roughshod. What is it? Roughshod over her friends because she's been
She
the
knows what she
boss.
wants.
She's been the boss of Fritz for years. She's the one that got Fritz off of the farm and into having adventures and into actually being happy and finding himself. So
And strangely enough, that echoes my own story because I was working up in Canada for GIAC Computers, and my brother was working for IBM in New York, and he was not very happy because he found out that when they assigned him a task, they simultaneously assigned it to two other people and then picked the best of the three, and he said, his work felt meaningless because of that. So I got him to come up and interview at GIAC, and he ended up working in the Toronto office there for years in Markham, Ontario. And just like And what else? So Richard Aronson. Richard Aronson was our friend from way back, and I knew that he and his wife had a connection to Oakhurst, that loved to vacation there and so on. So I talked Richard to coming up and interviewing for a game design position. Just like my story, I interviewed as a game designer and got a job as a programmer. Richard interviewed for a job as a game designer, and he got a job as lead programmer on the Conquest of Camelot.
So, yes.
So anyway, yeah, It is sort of thing you do. Every job I got was through connections.
Yep.
My job at GIAC I got because my father knew the president of GIAC.
Yes. So the moral lesson is get to know people. You know,
I don't know how you do it these days,
no,
but
you do from college. You go to
college,
seminars,
Discord,
Discord. Yeah.
World of Warcraft, whatever.
You were a crony. Corey?
I was a crony, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And my job at Sierra I got because we knew Carly Hawk's daughter.
If we're going to get through this game, though, we should be back on the game.
So everything was done through connections.
Yes. Just go back to the game while you're yakking.
And when I did things, go back to desktop. No,
all right, you did.
Touch
No,
that.
why?
Desktop.
Because I've seen this picture. I was.
Yeah, then I just go.
I would
click.
have gone that first and gone to the game
Whatever.
first.
It's here
While
somewhere.
you were yakking, yes.
It's here somewhere.
Yeah.
So much for beach day.
Yeah.
I thought I could have fun today with Fritz. I don't get it. Fritz is my best friend. We did everything together. Now all he thinks about is magic. Still, I sure hope he does the spell right and gets a familiar. He'll be miserable if he doesn't. I've never seen him care so much about anything before. Speaking of miserable, poor Satari. He came to the beach just because he wanted to be my friend. He quivered with the splash of every wave. It was so sweet of him. Hope I can be a better friend to him from now on. Beach day just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I bet that's what will happen at the Harvest Festival, too. Nobody's going to take the festival over for me. It's going to be a total disaster. Turk will be so happy to see me fail at this.
So, the style of this game, it looks like you're not making any decisions, you're just clicking through. Other than, earlier in the game you decided who you're going to have lunch with and stuff like that. But all this text is contingent. It's not that obvious. Lori's very subtle about it, but you could have made friends with any of 6 characters, and this part of the storyline would be completely different depending on whether you're a friend with Rodrigo or a friend with Satari, and so on.
Yeah. Was that a Timon with wings?
What's a Timon?
Timon, it's from Lion King.
Oh.
It is a mere bat. Remember, we had mere bats in Quest for Glory 3, and yes, Timon was a meerkat.
3 or
so
4?
he's right. In 3.
3? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, of course, are based on meerkats, which are real, but look so absurd that you can't imagine they're real.
Yes. So since Ifeo is from Fricana, he knew meerbats, yes. Our zoo has meerkats, and they are hilarious. They are wonderful to see in real life, and our zoo has them too, and I try to get pictures of it. They're only active at certain times, so you have to really watch, yeah. So, yes, back to poor Tilly, knowing she's going to fail.
Oh, no.
No, I won't let Turk get the better of me.
That's it, spunk girl.
I've got to make the Harvest Festival a success, even if I have to do it all by myself. Yeah, right.
That white flash is actually, it's my computer interface coming up.
Huh. Interesting.
It's my, that's my taskbar.
Huh.
I
Okay.
can't do this alone. I'll just have to try something different.
So yes, try one is get somebody else to do it for you.
And I'm going to need all the friends I can get.
So she's gonna use them and abuse them.
For now,
Oh, I
I
use
just want to crawl into bed. Maybe tomorrow will be better.
Don't even get to choose to study.
No, you already passed your test, so you don't need to.
Time to face the rogue test results.
Lori's system always was, of course, to do her assignments the night before they were due.
Of
Most
course.
of you did very well on the exam. In particular, Herr de Geer once more displayed his
What do you need to
mastery
do
of
while
the
you are
lessons.
there? half the time he's 1R and half the time he's 2Rs.
It's mostly 1R when I wrote it.
Rodrigo does it again.
Fräulein Appleberry also did well on the exam. I commend you both.
Yay!
We shall have yet another exam at the end of this week. I expect all of you to do well on it.
Our system is not very good for comparatives, so it took you actually some coding to get all the 6 different messages you can get about
Those are
how well
things
we're
The
you
probably
following
did.
day, there will be a harvest festival.
Keeners in the
organized by
class?
Fräulein Appleberry.
Yeah, most everybody's a slacker in rogue class. There are because Fräulein Appleberry is naturally a rogue, and we played her so that she was actually studying for a chin.
And of course, in Hero U Road to Redemption, your keener is Cesare Sosi.
No, he's only a keener in that he gets.
He's a keener because turns out he's older than the other students, and he's got years of practice and experience behind him.
But he also gets his
Cheats?
roommate,
Oh.
his roommate to do
Does
his
the work
homework
for him, yeah.
and things like that. So no, the keener in that class is Thomas. Thomas is really,
Works at it.
is trying so hard to make it at this because they know they can't make it anywhere else if they don't make it here. So
Or Sean and Company are fake it till you make it.
yeah.
This should prove to be entertaining. Continue with your studies, and I shall see you tomorrow.
Glad that's over.
All the places we can go. Most of them are closed off now. We cannot go to any of these because we did not interact with those characters early in the game. So at this point it says, you've made your decision, you've set your story. We could go to the office to talk to our instructor.
Click on it. You can bring up the room.
Let's do that. There's Gerhard's office. Should we do
Route
that?
locked in now. Yes, at this point you could. Why not?
Yeah. Let's just see what the other choices are.
Yeah.
So we got the recreation room during the day, which Satari's only there in the evening. So, and then of course we have the library, which we usually find Fritz at. Let's go to the office. This one you're getting more into the
Good
story
job,
instead of the
Fräulein.
friends.
What is it you wish to speak about?
Well,
You did reasonably well on your last exam. If you choose to apply your skills and lessons more, you will make a fine rogue.
Actually, I came here to talk about the Harvest Festival.
Good. I'm interested to hear your status report. The headmaster is looking forward to the festival. The headmaster has formally invited alumni from the School for Heroes to join us. In addition, he has instructed all instructors that attendance at the festival is to be encouraged.
Now, of course, the alumni from the School for Heroes, which is the predecessor to Hero U, but in this case, we used it as an opportunity to give thanks to our many supporters of the
Yes.
Kickstarter.
I was
But
happy to hear the voices of characters from Hero U. Yes, these are bringing these voices to life. We could not afford to do the voices for Hero
yeah, there's
U.
about 3 times as much dialogue in Hero
Yeah.
U. Would have been very
But
expensive.
I've
to record.
always, Gerhardt has always been the rogue master.
And this was a great
good,
voice for it.
good.
Expect a full crowd at the festival.
Really good.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
I
a
think
great
he could have been a little more energetic. Is the only.
If this
good-
festival is so important, then there should be someone who knows what they are doing in charge of it. Not me.
Nevertheless, you are in charge of it. It is your responsibility to make the festival a success, and time is running out. What is it that a festival needs?
Okay, now we have some interaction. Food, fun, a competent person in charge, targets of Turk's face, or say nothing.
That-
LOL, last option. Yes, the targets of Turk's face.
Well, all
We've
right.
already told
They
him we
said
need a
it,
competent person in charge, and he said, sorry, you're in charge, so. Should we go with the targets of
They
Turk's
said
face?
that,
Let's
yeah.
do that, yeah.
Archery targets with Mr. Turk's face on them?
If you wish to best infuriate and frustrate Herr Turk, you should run a successful festival. He is so looking forward to your failure. At any rate, I recommend that you make good use of your remaining time to organize the festival. I'm looking forward to it. And to the look on Herr Turk's face when the festival is a success.
All right. And go to the festival grounds. Let's go to the festival grounds, I think. Although the kitchen's the best part of the game.
Okay, go to the kitchen.
Hello, hello, hello. I am so very happy to see you here. Are you hungry? Do you need a treat? Do you not like my food?
Of course, now none of you need to buy the game because I'm showing off the best part of it. But there are many, many paths through it.
Oh, no, no, no. Please forgive me if I have failed to make you happy with my food. How can I ever make this up to you? Cookies?
Actually,
Great reading.
These cookies are fresh from the oven. Try one.
Thanks. What are they?
Avocado and garlic from an old Mordavian recipe.
So inconsistent volume levels.
How is it? Is it bad? Terrible? Oh, please don't be terrible.
It's interesting.
Oh, what a relief. I thought there would be another disaster.
Another disaster?
Oh, my sauerkraut souffle sank. My coconut and cauliflower curry had too much cumin. My liver and onion donuts didn't.
So reflections of No Man's Land Inn and Quest for Glory 5.
Yes.
Sour-
Avocado garlic cookies? Yes. I
Sauerkraut
like the
souffle.
smock. Yes, isn't that fun? Yes. They would go with the Egyptian style.
Oh yeah, we went back and forth on the design for that for a while, so that it took like 5 or 10 passes before we got the design we loved.
Why does this chef like smelly food so much? Because he's a doggy. Avocado and garlic sandwiches are better. Yes, exactly.
Liver and onion donuts. The onions aren't very good for them.
Yeah, leave it to the
But the
coals.
food here at the university is always tasty.
Yes, that is why I am told to stick to a list of acceptable recipes. My culinary experiments have not always gone well.
Leave it to Lori especially for a lot of alliteration. Lori loves to alliterate.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed, that wasn't alliterative.
Oh well.
You're the head chef?
Oh no, I'm Kalbin Satarna, the second assistant culinary student sous chef. However, since the executive chef and culinary instructor Chef Kina and the first assistant sous chef Riki are off on a world cuisine grand safari, I am temporarily in charge of the university kitchen. How may I be of service? Would you like another cookie?
Yes, so to go to Belzar, but a doggy should have very sensitive sense of smell, so he doesn't need pungent foods to be able to smell them. True, but have you ever had a dog that wanted to roll in things, and the things they're rolling in you think probably don't smell very good?
Or our dog's girlfriend, the local skunk.
Yes. So, yeah, they may have sensitive senses of smell, but they also happen to have interesting taste in what the smells should be.
No thanks. I'm watching what I eat. And I think those slimy green cookies with garlic chips are watching me back. I'm Tilly, and I'm in charge of the upcoming University Harvest Festival. We're going to need a lot of food for it, and I'll need you.
So we had the idea of the inside voice and the thought bubble type things. That was that aside.
Yes, it was very important. I mean, most
I'm trying to get the interface to show that.
Yes, most of the games here did things like having the talkers like we did with Road to Redemption. Most of these styles did that, or having the text just across the bottom. And I really wanted to go with the comic book style of having the obvious who's delivering the message and have it a text bubble so that you can tell.
And it turns out it's really hard to figure out for variable length messages where to put the arrow and so on.
You can see they didn't do a very good job.
Not perfect. Not perfect, but it's good. It's a good job. It's not perfect.
It's not.
Oh well.
You wish for me, Coleman, to cater to your harvest festival? I am honored. I am overjoyed. I am wagging my tail with joy so hard that the dishes will soon fall into the sink.
Not necessarily a good thing.
Wait, I have no list for a harvest festival. I have no idea what to do or what to fix.
He'll have to experiment.
I will have to make it up all on my own.
Just like the garlic and whatever cookies.
I shall carefully research recipes from all harvest cuisines across the world. It will be a cornucopia of culinary delights. Did you know that the Taino people of the Caribbean Islands eat raw oysters with jalapeno jelly?
That goes back to our D&D games. We had all food puns and things, so instead of Albion for England, it was Albumen, and we had the Caribbean Islands instead of the Caribbean, and that sort of thing.
That's news to me. Why don't you make up a list of all the things you could fix for the festival, and we'll go over it later and decide on the best choices.
Yes, I shall make the greatest list of Harvest Festival foods. You will be so very proud of me. I am very skilled at finding unique flavors and concocting culinary creations.
So the dialogue's great, but the voice acting makes it.
Oh, good. Doing actual management.
Yes.
Well, certain things need management, and she's...
And Calvin is one of them.
Yes, and Calvin needs management, yes. You can see he's a very good chef.
Yeah, he's very talented. His flavor
Creative.
profiles, very creative. Flavor profiles aren't maybe necessarily the best.
Thanks.
I had to watch where
And
they
you
put this
wouldn't have
mouse.
some fall veggies like pumpkins in the storeroom that I could use for decorations, do you?
Oh, we have plenty of pumpkins, scores of squashes, and ample apples with which to festoon the festival and form the foundation of the feast.
More alliteration.
Apples. I don't suppose that you can make apple strudel for the festival.
Of course I can make apple strudel. I would love to make apple strudel for the festival. I will make the best apple strudel. That is, assuming I can find a recipe for it somewhere.
Great. I'll come by again before the festival and we can figure out the menu for the day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for this chance to prove, once and for all, that I am worthy of the title of Second Assistant Culinary Student Sous Chef.
See you soon.
Okay, now it's still evening, and we could.
Still afternoon. It's afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
We can't go to the library now.
You can't? It's not...
No.
Okay, so I
You
guess
go back
it is
to the
evening. I
kitchen.
guess it's evening now.
Yeah. I guess we can go back to this room. See if Satari's there.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we could show the character was there in this picture, but that would have
No,
been
we
hard.
didn't want to do that. I mean, we wanted to show you where... Because
Well,
we didn't want
there's
to...
Satari, as usual.
We didn't want
playing
to
to an
show
empty room.
who's
Lead
there.
the witness?
Yeah, lead the witness, yes.
I wonder if he dreams of standing on a stage performing to an audience. It would be nice to make that dream come true. How's it going, Satari?
It is going as it usually goes, Tilly.
So, is that a good sort of going or a bad sort of going?
You are here now, so the day is much brighter.
Yes, well, I need to apologize to you. Sorry I dragged you out to the beach the other day.
The fault is entirely my own, for I did not tell you beforehand that I dislike the sea.
I think you tried to tell me, but I didn't want to listen.
In truth, I was so pleased that you wanted me to share beach day with you that I did not speak.
True friendship.
Forgive me, please, for letting my own fear ruin your beach day.
It was sweet of you to show up at the beach, even though you didn't want to. It really made my day. So, Satari, do you still want to be a bard?
But yes,
What
No
if
buts.
anything?
If you want to be a bard, you gotta work for it. That means you need to sing and play at the Harvest Festival.
Let's convince.
Everybody likes to hear music, especially at a festival. This will be a great chance for you to be on stage and just do what you do best. You've had months of training on how to be a bard. This is your chance to show off what you've learned.
Yes, he can headline it.
You'll prove to everyone that you aren't just a musician. You are a true bard.
I
thought I'd find you here, Appleberry. It's curfew. Go to your dorm room immediately.
Mr. Turk
Well,
just
guess
has
I
to
ought
break
to
it
do
up.
something before I go to bed.
Now we have study student handbook, practice some skill statement lessons, or prepare for the fair. We should do that, right?
We could. We do have a
I
test
suppose
coming.
I could start making some decorations for the festival.
Prepare, yes.
Instead of waiting for the absolute last possible minute, like I usually do.
Autobiographical.
Class was a lecture about getting things done and not leaving everything to the last possible moment.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, right.
There will be a test of your knowledge and skills in 3 days' time. You will be tested on your ability to disarm a complex trap. I suggest that you brush up on your disarming skills before you embarrass yourself on testing day. Entlassen. Oh, and Fräulein Appleberry. I trust that the preparations for the Harvest Festival are going well.
Say the festival will be great, or admit you're clueless, or make a joke. Clearly, we'll say the festival, unless you want to make a joke. I think we'll say the festival will be great, because she's always upbeat.
Yes, sir. Better prepared than repaired, as I always say.
Good, as long as you are also prepared to face the consequences of your actions as well. Good day, Fräulein.
Okay, where to now?
It is a real art to make a clear German accent without being hard to understand.
Yeah.
Or French, or whatever.
Yes, you need to have it clearly, and yet it can't be so fakey as we grew up with. Was that a warning from the professor? Well, it was yes.
A cautionary
A
tale.
cautionary warning, yes. All right, where to now? It's interesting music for that. We
It's a new
definitely
day.
need to talk to Fritz, though.
Oh, we can go to the festival
Yes,
grounds.
I know, but we need to talk to Fritz, and I think they're,
He's probably in the library.
yeah.
Or you can go back and talk to Calvin. Maybe with... No.
Poor Fritzy
It's
was
unclear
so
about where
frazzled
time
at the
passes and where it
beach.
doesn't.
I hope the spell worked out for him. Hiya, Fritz. How are things going for you today? So, did things work out? Did you get your familiar?
The Crier Familiarum ritual worked out well for me. Professor Sylvia said that she was impressed by how I crafted the spell.
Well then, where is it? You gotta show it off.
Tabby is a bit shy in public right now.
How like you to summon a shy familiar.
It said, well, this isn't public, this is just me.
I've been spending my evenings in the Tower Garden practicing spells by starlight. You can meet Tabby's there if you like.
The Tower Garden? The one at the top of that winding staircase beside the infirmary? That's a really steep and narrow stairway. You've always hated going upstairs. Why there?
There again is a Heroes Quest reference because we were going to have a Centaur player character in Heroes Quest, and Bob Heitman disabused us of the notion and said how difficult with SCI Engine that it would be, or with most things. It's not true 3D, and to make a four-legged creature go up and down stairs would be pretty much impossible. And we had stairs at the beginning of the game that he assumed the character was going to go up. And they don't, but oh well.
When I'm on the Tower Garden, I feel like I am standing at the top of the world. You can see the stars and the lights of the town shining on the sea.
Well,
The tower is the
Oh,
one
sorry.
quiet place in the castle where I can be by myself. And Tabby.
the illustration from Road to Redemption of that Tower Garden area was really beautiful, and the pseudo 3D area that it was. And the background, I loved. I had the background itself of the town in the background.
And it changes at night. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Is Tabby a cat? P, of course, is a silent T, so it's really Tabby.
Yeah, Tabby a cat? No.
We will find out.
It's a long way up to go for a little privacy.
After all, Mononon had a cat familiar, so why not Fritz?
It does have a narrow and steep staircase. When I took the first aid elective, the very thought of climbing the stairs to the tower terrified me. I was ashamed of my fear, so I tried to find a magical spell that would aid me. I could not find a single spell in our lessons that would help, so I combined several runes and spells to create the Gliding Levitate spell.
Very creative.
It allows me to float upwards over the stairs. Professor Sylvia complimented my combinations of rune spells.
Wow, you are really turning out to be a real wizard.
Yes, well, about that.
I'm so proud of you. But I sure hope you can take some time away from all your magic stuff for the Harvest Festival.
Tilly, I cannot run the Harvest Festival for you.
I know, but could you help me run it? I'll do all the talking and running around getting stuff done, but I could use your mighty brains to figure stuff out, and mighty brawn to set things up.
My brain without an S.
I will be happy to help you out with it.
There we go.
But we can discuss the Harvest Festival later in the Tower Garden.
Well, trot off then.
Will do. I can't wait to meet your familiar.
Neither can we.
Today's recipes are from Mordavia. I can tell by all the garlic. Who do I want to talk to right now?
Well, if we're going to go to Fritz in the garden in the evening, maybe we should get Satori.
I never realized Fritz was so short. He's like a Shetland pony centaur. He's not that tall.
Oh, I can sit with Fritz or by myself. I guess we better sit with
Sit
Fritz.
with Fritz, yeah.
We could sit by ourselves.
How goes the Ivory Mage's Tower?
I have never had to think or work so hard in my life. All I do is study, learn, and practice my lessons from dawn until I fall asleep at my desk.
Sounds terrible.
Terrible.
No, it is wonderful. I have never felt so alive before coming here.
And this has to do with work, especially creative work like making games and so on. It's really hard work, but it is so satisfying when you get it right.
Yep.
I am not just some
Solve problems.
useless dreamer who can't hoe a straight line or haul a ton of wheat to the mill.
Which is what people thought he was back in Spielberg.
I can do magic.
Yeah, but even wizards need to take a break from the books and spells. I don't know what I'm doing about the Harvest Festival.
Have you tried discussing the matter with your instructor?
I tried to talk my way out of being in charge of the Harvest Festival, but he made it clear I was stuck with the job.
Time to go, people! Clean up your areas and get out!
Something humorous, I think.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have my place at the table so clean you could eat off of it.
Well, that's kind of what I had in mind. Get to it.
No sense of humor.
Now, where should I go?
All right. So now we have choice.
Should I save a game?
You could save a game.
Save. Okay.
All right.
We can't go to the kitchen right now. We can go to the Tower Garden, which
Or
wasn't there
go
before.
talk to
Or we
Satari.
can go talk to Satari. I think we want to see the familiars, so we should go to the Tower
Yeah.
Garden.
Ah, the creeping around turkey's egg. Never made them, but I got it for the first time. Seeing those massive logic trees. They're crazy. Yes, there's a lot of logic.
Yeah, we started out by, saying that for Hero U that we wanted to have a design editor for it. And we had done a project with a company in Israel we were writing dialogue for, and that had basically nodes that you would attach together and so on, and decision nodes, where to go. It was basically a giant, flowchart. And the problem is that one room for us started expanding out into,
Bolt Riley.
20 pages. Bolt Riley, originally called something else, a certain famous Jamaican musician. And when we started out on Hero U, there was a spaghetti program. It was called Spaghetti something that the programmer was going to model it after. And we started putting together spaghetti things. We just very quickly realized that the node network would get to thousands, hundreds or thousands of pages. It would be completely impossible to work with. So we ended up going with something more like a spreadsheet. Actually, it's more like a scripting language.
Yeah.
Whereas
Definitely
at Sierra, the one we used was more like a spreadsheet.
Next time we
Or
go
did we set it
into when we go into Road to Redemption, we'll go more into our
Database editor or what?
no, we'll go into showing off Composer and how it works.
Oh yeah, when we
we
talk
get
about
to
the game.
five,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we went through a lot of experiment. It took months just to figure out what the interface would be for.
Let's go to
design
the
the game.
tower.
Let's go to the tower because we want to see this familiar. Oh, look at that lovely still. They've got dolphins playing in the middle. The moon and the stars.
There it is.
Too many stairs to get up here.
And she's not even a centaur. She needs a spell. Maybe something as a combination of glide and levitate would be amazing.
They clearly weren't designed for short people.
Oh yeah, short people hate stairs. I can tell you.
I have to catch my breath.
Oh, you're not that short, not compared to, say, a halfling.
It is nice way up here.
Or a half elf.
Hi, Fritz. And I do mean hi.
Hi!
Good evening, Tilly. It is a nice view, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about the sky.
Oh my, flirtatious, isn't she?
So, okay, where is it? Your new familiar.
Tabby, please come out and meet Tilly.
I like that
Tabby,
expression.
pretty please. He does have a mind of his own.
Tabby, I summon thee to mine side.
It's a pterosaur, like the ones back home.
So Terry, Pterry, I think was the one in. Is he the healer's familiar?
Yes, he's the healer's
Okay.
pet, not
Healer's
a
pet.
Uh-huh.
Not really a familiar.
And then Tilly would grow up with Tabby. I mean,
The pterosaur.
Yes, with
Which is a cross between pterodactyl and dinosaur,
yep.
or saurus.
Mm-hmm.
But he
Aw, so
glows
cute.
like pale blue, pale cyan, because he's
And,
magical.
are we going to have similar art direction for the next Hero U? We'll see what happens with Hero U.
Who knows if we ever do it?
Yes, we really are going more 3D with it.
I mean, we started out doing Hero U when we were in our 50s, and we're now in our 70s.
Yeah, well.
We got old in the course of
Yeah.
this.
Tabby's a bit like Fenris, it would seem. Well, yes, kind of. He does have a mind of his own, yes. But
Yes, I try to think of a creature I really loved, and the ones that nest in the tree outside our door always made me laugh. Tabby, this is Tilly. She's my best friend. Well, yes, Tabby, you are my best friend too. That was a rude thing to say, Tabby.
Familiar with attitude.
Apologizing to Tilly. Sorry, you will have to excuse Tabby. He is not used to being around other people.
That's okay. I think he's adorable. So what does he do?
We do not really know yet. Every wizard's familiar is a little different. Most of this week in wizard class will be devoted to getting to know the familiars. He can fly. And if I close my eyes and concentrate, I can see through his eyes to see what he is seeing.
Wow, you can see what it's like to fly?
Yes, it even feels like I am the one who is flying. I have always dreamed of flying.
You're a wizard now. Pretty soon you'll be racing Tabby in the sky and playing hide and go seek through clouds.
Wizards do not actually fly.
Well, they can.
Can you imagine how surprised your folks will be when you go home? Your grandfather is going to explode when he learns that you are a wizard. Remember when he lectured us when we tried to visit the wizard's house at the top of Zauberberg? No self-respecting centaur even uses magic.
Ever uses magic above.
Yes, well, about that.
Don't worry, I'm sure they will all be so proud of you. I'm proud of you. All of Spielberg will be proud of you.
I need to talk to you about...
What do you know? It's curfew time, and Turk didn't come up here to chase us back to our rooms.
But she still got him off. Tilly, you gotta learn to listen to people.
Oh, you're already late. Mr. Turk will be angry at us.
Don't worry. What's the worst Turk will do if he catches us? Give us more demerits? Besides, I know a way to sneak you back to your dorm.
I am too large and noisy to sneak.
What if you... What did you call it? The spell you used to get up the staircase?
The gliding levitate spell? That might actually work for sneaking.
See what a bad influence I am? Turk will never catch you breaking curfew, you sneaky stallion, you. Only 3 days to prepare for the festival, and I have yet another test coming up. I wish I knew what I was doing. Well, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So where should I go to now?
Okay, so we could work on our lockpicking a little more, or we could work on the festival. Should I have a poll?
Well, I think we say it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, but that's not 4:30.
Okay, you're good for 4.
We're good for 4:30.
Okay,
We gotta finish
fine.
this game.
Well, I would practice my my skills because we don't want to blow up in our face like it can
Yeah,
in
but-
Road to Redemption.
But the festival is probably more important.
Well, no. I mean,
If I work on my rogue skills, I won't have to worry about that part of
yes,
the
practice
test.
for the exam. That's my theory.
Another lecture on Rogue of the Year.
Of you all, Herr de Geer has certainly worked hard to deserve this honor. What of you, Fräulein Appleberry? Do you wish to be the next Rogue of the Year?
All right, so Brainiac says, an idea I had for one of the Quest for Glory inspired games back in the day was combined magic. Gliding levitate is basically one of the things that would have applied for my idea. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
It's the problem is the games were all pretty much, hard coded. You could only do things we thought of that you could do.
Yeah. What was the game that you combined spells with? That you did a small thing and then a big thing?
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master, you basically, if you want to do a light spell, you decided whether it was a small, medium, or large, and each costing more mana as you went up and needing more skill. And then you did a fire rune. And the fire rune gave you a little light spell. But if you combined a fire rune with a projection rune with a strength rune, the three of them combined gave you a flame dart or a fireball. And you had to kind of work this out. You could either guess them by saying, what makes sense, or you could eventually discover scrolls with them in the game.
I think my original idea was more combining open and trigger for a more powerful release spell.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the kind of thing that...
so it would be great, but it would require a lot of custom coding because...
it's great for D&D. It's not so great in games.
Or maybe artificial general intelligence would have solved it.
Yeah, right.
You need to... okay, I see what you're doing.
Yes. Then we go to the desktop.
And you come back to you can't do that. There's a reason I didn't do that.
All right, fine. Then come back to it.
Yep.
Fine. All right.
I don't remember what the question was. Say yes.
So, do you...
do you want to be Rogue of the Year?
Yes. Right. Yes, Dungeon Master gets a lot of praise for its magic system. It was a great game. It was really good. All right, so say yes, say no, make a joke. Sure.
We could be getting serious at this
joke,
point.
But yes, she's...
Shouldn't that be Disbarred Bard of the Year? Although if you did diss a bard, you'd probably never hear the end of it. Besides, it's more in vogue to be a rogue. So I'll raise a glass of cheer for whoever is the next Rogue of the Year.
All of you, study your lessons, practice your skills, and prepare for the next test. Dismissed.
Okie dokie, where to next?
Oh, we can go out to the field to prepare for the festival. We could go to the kitchen and talk to Calvin. No more library events. We could go to the game room and...
We better talk to...
Calvin. Oh, wait. That's not the kitchen. That's the office.
We can
we go talk to Professor and ask for advice.
Okay, fine.
Oh, no. Seems kind of too wimpy.
Check out the festival
How are your
grounds.
plans
Yes.
for the festival coming along?
That's why I came to see you.
Talk about decorations. Talk about food? No, we've already handled those two.
Talk about music. Talk about food.
I'm trying to talk one of the bards into performing for the festival, but I don't know if he will play or not. Did you talk to the bard master about getting his students to play for us? I can't imagine a festival without it.
Maestro Lorenzo said he would speak of the matter with his students, but he seemed curt and a trifle peevish. He had assumed that the bards would have been put in charge of running the festival, rather than a disbarred bard.
I'd have been happy to let him do it.
Regardless, it is your responsibility now. You must think of a way to encourage the bards to show up.
Is it a fishing pole? I think so.
That's all I did.
Let's know it out of Shanara. Yep. Got a fish hook.
A contest to see who can get the most applause from the audience. We could give out ribbons for the winners.
Given that most bards bask in the sound of applause, that may indeed be enough to convince them to show up.
We can call it the Battle of the Bards. It could be the final event of the evening to make it extra special.
You're a
Who
new
you
idol.
idol.
Yes.
Good. I shall inform the maestro that his students will be the stars of the show. That should salve his wounded ego. It sounds like you are handling the matter well.
Hey!
This will please the headmaster and annoy Herr Turk. I commend you.
Go to the festival grounds. Yes, we can go to the festival grounds, or we can go to the kitchen. Kitchen's probably more fun.
Kitchen's more fun. It's funnier.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. I have a list. I have anchovy artichoke hors d'oeuvres. Can I try one?
Yay, anchovies! Neither Lori nor I care for anchovies, although anchovy flavor is essential to a good Caesar salad.
Maybe some other time. Can I see your list?
Here it is. I just really got started.
There's got to be hundreds of food items on this list.
Yes, but if you give me more time, I'm sure I can find more to add.
We really don't need that much stuff. We just need simple, easy-to-eat foods.
No croquembouche? No souffles?
No. We need picnic food, the kind that doesn't make too much of a mess. You know, bread, sausages, cheese, that sort of thing. Oh, and apple strudel. We'll need lots and lots of apple strudel. It's for a contest to see who can eat the most strudel, and I know folks who can eat a lot of strudel.
I will be so very happy to make strudel. I will bake and bake and bake. I will get all the other students to bake too. There will be apple strudel forever.
You're running off the edge of the mouse pad.
What if we make strudel everything? We can have turnip strudel and kumquat strudel and squash strudel and...
I think we'll just stick to the apple strudel thing.
Kumquat has always been one of Lori's and my favorite words. The brains of a kumquat, we refer to people
Yes.
as.
Not even artichokes on pizza. We love artichokes on pizza.
We love artichokes
That's
on pizza, yes.
Our standard, yes.
We have very sad news that our local pizza parlor is closing. We
Yeah.
mentioned last time.
Well,
Okay.
that's-
Then I shall have to make the best apple strudel you have ever
There's
tasted.
plenty of room. I was on. I mean, and besides, we're clicking, Corey.
Great.
Clicking doesn't
I look
need to be
forward
where.
it.
All right, we got that.
Got the food handled, got the music handled.
Well,
We can go back up to the Tower Garden, or we can go to the rec room.
we better make sure our bard is in.
Yeah,
Go to the rec room.
because we missed Satari yesterday.
Yeah.
Wonder, he should comment on that.
really is a
I'll bet we
bard.
didn't think about that.
Now if I can only convince him of it. Hey Satari, what do they teach you in Bard class? I mean, besides music. They do teach you music, don't they?
Indeed. We learn of music from around the world in class. Music is the very heart of the bard. But there is a great deal more to being a bard than song. When you strive to be a bard, 5 goals hold in high regard.
Hey, we didn't combine those.
Entertain is number 1. Above all, it should be fun.
Out of Lori's My Game philosophy.
Enrich should be your second goal. Fill hearts with joy and lift their soul. Enlighten is number 3. Teach them, guide them to be free.
I'm as free as a bird.
Influence is number 4. Mold their minds to strive for more. The 5th is always to inspire. Give them hope and raise them higher. A bard with goals sings loud and strong. We change the world with every song.
Wow, I had no idea that bards do that.
Bards do not speak of what they do. They teach and inspire through the magic of music, dance, and theater.
Rule number 1 of Bard Club is we do not talk about Bard Club.
Oh, thank you, Monkey
Oh,
Two.
thanks! The subscription! Hooray!
Hey, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us for this. Yes, music is a universal language. Yes, indeed.
And this pup is definitely related to Calb.
Yes, yes.
So what would you like to teach people?
All I really want to say is that no matter how different people may be, we can all share our joys and pleasure in music.
Yeah, you know, like the opera versus rap, exactly the same.
And that anyone can be a hero.
Great. I can't wait to hear you up on the stage at the Harvest Festival.
But I am no bard.
You can play music and entertain people, don't you?
Yes, but
Your music can make people happy. It makes me happy to hear it. It enriches my life.
yes, but
Can you sing inspiring songs about heroes?
yes,
You can do anything a bard can do, can't you?
yes. I suppose that I can.
Ah, realization dawns.
Well then, you'll just have to prove it to yourself and everyone else at the festival. So, what do you say? Will you be my bard?
Will you be my bard?
Curfew time. Out of here, both of you.
Didn't give him time for an
I
answer,
was
you
just
sure?
asking.
5 demerits for back talk. To your dorms. Now.
Oh, she tried to let him speak.
What a day. Why does life have to be so complicated? So much to do, and I'm running out of time and options. Good thing I've got a little time to spare right now.
I could study lessons for the test.
I would study my lessons personally. We
We
did our
did the
skills.
skills
We
yesterday.
didn't study our
I do
lessons.
not want to get on the master's naughty list now. I'd get kicked out for sure.
No, she just won't be part of the year.
I thought
Okay, there.
Esperanto was a universal language.
I think this class was a lecture about what was going to be on tomorrow's quiz.
People were so, upbeat about Esperanto becoming the universal language of the future, and it just never did that much. Just like the U.S. never adopted.
I just can't imagine Turk not talking like Wallace Shawn.
Ah.
Oh, well.
Oh well. Just like U.S. never adopted the metric system. Progress is hard.
Maybe I should have paid a little more attention.
Remember to bring your toolkit for the skills section of the test. I trust that you have all practiced your disarm trap skills since last exam. This test will be most difficult. You may go now.
And where should we go now?
Great, I guess.
Mr. Wind?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I think we should go to the festival ground.
Probably run out of things to discuss with Fritz after all.
So this is what the festival grounds look like.
It's already decorated with all
Yeah,
the
it is, yeah.
squash and pumpkin. There's this. Is that broccoli? Oh,
It sure looks like it.
some tomatoes. Lots of harvest veggies.
Yeah.
Plenty of seating at least. Mostly it's boring. It's going to take some work to get this place to look exciting. Hey, there's the hero you! Hi there. Do you forgive me for dressing you up as the headmaster?
Unfortunately,
You were so cute.
that's unfortunate placing
Yes,
of the text.
yes, it is.
I don't blame you. That adventurer's helmet was a tight fit. And that pun was bad. Well, what do you think? Can I make an exciting harvest festival here? You're right. I really don't know what I'm doing. Thanks. I need all the support I can get. And there's gotta be someone who will help me here besides you.
What a cute sheep.
And of course, wearing the hero you.
Yes, you can see
Medallion.
the original design by Al Euphrazio for this sheep.
Oop. Should I full screen it?
Okay.
Stand up. Yeah. There was the sheep.
I hear James talking myself. Slackers, I do. That's who I hear, really, when I wrote him.
So where can I find some more help?
Go to the kitchen. Yay.
Yeah, we could have gone to dinner.
No!
Oh
I failed you. I am a failure. I do not deserve my title of second assistant culinary student sous chef. I do not deserve to be at this university for heroes.
What happened?
I am unworthy to be a chef. I should have never left my home in Tarna. I shall go home with my tail tucked under my legs and be a dishwasher for the rest of my life.
What happened?
There could be no apple strudel.
Why not?
The apples. The entire barrel of apples. It's gone. There are no apples.
Quirks.
How can I make apple strudel without apples?
Can't you just go buy some more from the market in Caligari?
Our apples are imported from the northern continent. It will be weeks before we have our apples again. I am so very sorry that you trusted a total failure to cater to your festival. I will submit my resignation as second assistant culinary
Sad game.
student sous chef immediately. Mr. Turk will be delighted to expel me. He will probably exile me from all of Caligari for my dereliction of duty.
Calvin, it's okay. It's no big deal. It's not your fault that you don't have the apples.
But as second assistant culinary student sous chef, it is my duty to keep inventory and make certain.
It's not your fault.
But I promised you that I would make you the best apple strudel you have ever tasted. And now you won't be able to taste it.
It's fine. Really, it is. You can make something else instead.
Kumquat strudel.
How about pretzels? At home, we always had pretzels at Harvest Festival.
So, no kumquat strudel?
I think that plain old salted pretzels will be a fine food for an eating contest.
Pretzels? Then you will forgive me for disgracing this kitchen, this heroic university, and the very title of second assistant culinary student sous chef with my failure?
You're forgiven.
Soft pretzels are yummy. Lori's a big fan of kettle corn.
That's not pretzels, no.
They're not pretzels.
I like.
We like soft pretzels too.
But I do like
But do you like apple strudel?
chocolate covered pretzels and the other one, the white fudge covered pretzels. Those are my favorite.
Flips.
Flips.
That's
Those are my.
that's her snack food of choice.
But kettle corn, that's just that doesn't.
If
last.
done right.
Yes, we have.
We're
great
very particular about which kettle corn we get.
And it can't have too many old maids in it, i.e. unpopped corn. Yeah.
Can't
Right.
be too salty or not salty enough.
Yep. Got to be sweet, but not too
I shall
sweet.
make you pretzels. Piles and piles of perfect pretzels for your festival.
Festival. Should be festival with a
Oh
B.
well.
It will be a perfect pretzel Lollapalooza.
There we go. We're gonna get it pretzels. All right.
All right, so pretzels instead of
Apple strudel.
Apple strudel.
Which apple strudel would have been horrible anyway. Not a good match for
no, pretzels much better.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I might have been able to go to Tower Garden.
You
I
could have gone to the
check.
tower.
I've been thinking about Satari all day.
But we
I
didn't
sure
get a chance
hope
to get his
he agrees
answer.
perform at the
Yeah,
festival.
so.
He's got to learn to believe in himself. Hey there. How things going for you today?
Your words from yesterday, the ones about being a bard, I have gone over them again and again in my mind. The maestro says that I am no bard.
But you say I'm a bard.
The maestro can go to...
Shapir?
But
Rasir.
There he is. There. So.
There you go.
Maestro Lorenzo would hate. It is hot, sandy, and no one is around to applaud him. But yes, I still want to be a bard. With all my soul.
Pardon me.
So, are you ready to perform at the Harvest Festival? Or am I going to have to drag you kicking and screaming onto the stage?
No. I shall walk proudly onto the Harvest Festival stage.
Yay!
I do not know how good I will be, or whether anyone will even listen to me.
They will.
Yet I shall sing my songs of hope and play the music of the Kata people. I shall share my love of music.
I'm going to take a screenshot here. What is it? Alt print screen?
Yeah, that does for me. I do control print screen actually. You can try that one too. Take both of them.
I'm going to tab out there just for a second. Sorry about that.
You want to see if it brought it up?
I want to make sure it worked.
Okay.
Paste into Paint.
Yes, it did.
And there we go.
Okay. What were you trying to do?
Save as a JPEG. I'm going to have this as the thumbnail.
Thumbnail for this.
For this video.
Fine. That sounds good.
And I probably don't want to put it in Game as well. Okay.
Probably not.
About Corey Lori share.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. We have...
So,
What's the cat's name? Satari.
Satari.
Thumbnail.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool.
Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
All right, well, go ahead. We can get to the end of this and we will be at a good break point. We have got Satari. Okay, fine.
I shall perform at the Harvest Festival as a bard will perform.
There's no difference between that and being a bard.
You are a bard.
We shall see, shall we not, whether I can truly entertain an audience. Only in that way can I prove to myself and others whether I am indeed a bard.
Of course, Maestro Lorenzo will try to override it and put someone else up on the
Yes,
stage.
you'll see. People will love listening to you. The Harvest Festival will be great, all thanks to you. It will be a categorical success.
Yay! Got a pun.
Are you two trying to earn more demerits? Go to your rooms now.
All right. Anyone else tempted to make fan support signs for Satori at the festival?
Yay!
After everything that went on today. And tomorrow is test day and festival setup time. I'd better get to work right now.
For the festival or more practice? I think we better prepare.
Okay.
I'll get some things ready for the festival. No sense in waiting until the absolute last possible minute. Just the next to last possible minute.
The penultimate minute.
Well, that's 4:26. Do you want to call it here? Because
No,
we're going.
we're going
All
to get to the festival.
All right, fine. Then we have
You
to
gotta
play
finish this
fast.
game.
All right.
Test day again.
You got a half an hour between this and your stream.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I should have practiced my disarm trap skill a little more before the test. My ears are still ringing from the buzzer I kept setting off.
Uh-oh.
The good news is that there is no class tomorrow. The bad news is that tomorrow is festival day. I'd better do something about that right now. I've got a lot to do here today, and no one to help me. I really should have made some more friends.
Now, why doesn't Fritz come in for that? He
Because
should've.
we didn't come in the last minute.
Not half bad. Of course, it took me all day and most of the evening to do
They
it.
haven't changed
And
the
it's not
background
done
oil.
yet.
I don't know. I think that's actually a bug.
Yes, it is.
I just hope that tomorrow is more successful than today.
Yeah, that should have been the scene today. And we
Today.
should have had it without the pumpkins, but oh well.
What a day. Well, at least today's over now. I won't have to study for any stupid test tonight. So, what should I do now?
Oh, you can still do last minute festival
Yes, you
arrangements.
can.
I still have a few things I can do to make the festival better.
All right, so I spent more days setting up the festival than I probably needed to. There you go.
There it is.
Here's a Tilly Design Festival.
Last-minute decorations.
All the daisies, the suns, and the ribbons.
I think it looks great.
Fire
This
in the middle.
place, it looks so magical. You have done so very much with it.
Thanks. Are you ready to play for the day?
Ah, I hope so. I am a little bit afraid. That is to say, I am very much afraid. Yet, I am as ready as I can be for this day's performance.
You'll do fine. You'll make everyone happy with your music. Except for the other bards.
Everyone's
They will be
performance
so
anxiety.
jealous of you.
Ah, the headmaster is about to speak. I must go and set up the play.
I can't wait to hear you. Pity we have to sit through the headmaster's lecture first. You showed up. I was afraid you wouldn't after how I acted yesterday.
That's assuming
You are my dearest friend. I will help you in any way I
That should have
can.
been for the setup. The
Yeah.
Does that mean you aren't going away to WIT?
Yeah, we missed that in dialogue. Didn't get us. We got a bug.
The headmaster is about to start the opening ceremonies. I'd better go. Maybe we can talk about this later.
no voice there.
Yeah.
The headmaster is finally done talking. I must have dozed off in the middle of it. It's time for the alumni to gather for their portrait.
Very important to have fan service here.
And they
Oh,
have
sure.
the whole entirely wrong picture. This got overwritten in the net. This thing.
That was not in there in the previous version. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How
Yes.
did that happen?
Well, we found the bug.
We
This
found a
got
bug. We better report this.
Yeah.
Should I take a screenshot?
Yes, well, if you don't need a screenshot, but we will definitely talk to Philip and Graham about this. Yeah, what do you know? A scene that isn't even in the game. Sorry about that. Now we know. Do a great screenshot. We can.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, alt print screen is the full window.
All right, so that's overwrote the alumni scene.
Yep. That's
How
bad.
could it do it?
That's
The
bad.
preemptive intro of Ifeo. Not only that, an Ifeo's endgame kind of thing. Gods. How interesting.
I'll just put it in Corey Lloyd share because
Yes.
it's a place.
Yeah. I believe you mean Easter egg. Yeah. Yeah, an Easter egg. That's it. And what's
Wrong
going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Oh,
alumni
it's not
ending.
even the scene right. We're only getting a subset of that picture in that. Wow. Okay, well, that's crazy.
Oh, we're missing.
Well, see, this is in the wrong ratio. Those things that she's covering are the familiars, and they're
Right.
supposed to be.
Oh, both of their familiars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Let's.
So
kill
that is
this.
an ending from Ifeo's, a possible ending from Ifeo's adventure.
Yeah, okay. Can
It
you
sure is
click
an
out of
Easter
it?
egg. I don't think so.
It's dead. Oh, we found the bug. Report bug.
I could
You
load
can't
back to
load-
my save game.
you can't.
But I believe that's it for today.
Yeah. We will try and get this fixed for next
I'm
time.
gonna save this. And thanks all for watching. And that's what we were doing today. As I said, we were beta testing this game.
And what do you know? It really needed it. Something got overridden.
Something always goes wrong. This is the thing, the lesson I learned 50 years ago about making small last-minute fixes is that if you do something in a hurry, you tend to break things. And a small last-minute fix and then ship means you've probably broken something big when you made the small fix.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that was interesting, yes. I think we need some, we'll have to,
Well, this was all a game design lesson.
yeah, a lesson in
development
how
lesson.
not to do it right. Yes. But I hope you that played it.
And when you actually purchase this game from itch.io or from Steam, you can't get it on GOG, or for the Nintendo Switch on the Nintendo Store, then you will be able to play through it and find some real endings.
Right, because this is just the most recent build, and so therefore it got
And it's quite possible that it's the path I took, because I've only played different paths previously.
to take all of it,
So
but I don't think so, because that's a new painting. That would not have
Shouldn't
been
even have been in the game,
It wouldn't
yeah.
even been there. So it overrode the video which we have of the alumni.
yes.
So therefore,
So the problem is, of course, that we are working on Summer Days at OU, which was originally one game and became two games.
Yes.
And three games, because we have Sammy's story
Yes.
is the third one now. And we use the same directories for all that stuff.
yes, and some
Before we split
directory
off.
got overridden.
Something got overwritten.
So we can see where the problem comes up.
We're merely pointing to the wrong place.
Yes. And when they got split off, they didn't get split between Tilly and Afeo. They didn't get a clean split.
And so the moral of the story is retire when you're ahead.
Ah, yes. Or playtest
Right after
before
Quest
you
for-
ship.
Right after Quest for Glory 4, well, that was a disaster. But after they turned 4 into the Quest for Glory 4 CD version, that would have been a good time too.
Well, I guess we have to make the Quest for Tilly's Tale CD version again.
Although reward retention was pretty good actually, so maybe there's no good time to retire.
At any rate,
Thanks,
we are,
everyone.
glad you showed
Now,
up.
Lori will be back in half an hour, showing off some more WoW housing stuff.
Yes, I will be doing a live stream with my latest iterations of WoW housing.
And are you going to be talking about elves, or what are you working on today?
I'm going to go through the new elf things and some new stuff for the Horde house and the various characters that I have that I play in those
And
things.
she's steadily acquiring more decor items to use.
Yes, and I have a room that is the ultimate right now. In the Horde side of the game, which, the two factions, the Horde is the one with all the interesting characters. The Horde house is built to be a guild house with all the different characters. And so one side of it is for all the different professions. And you can go through the different professions I have in the game of World of Warcraft with my Horde characters. And you can see just how they did, you can see what the professions look like in WoW.
So remember to visit our Discord. It's Transolar Games, one S in Transolar, and 2 words. Search for that in Discord. You can join us there. Join us over on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Corey Laurie Cole.
And check out the videos whenever you miss one of these.
And our YouTube channel.
Yes, on our YouTube channel. And we will see you sometime later. Thanks for showing up, and bye-bye.
Laurie will be back in 25 minutes when we both back 2 p.m. next week.
Yes.
Bye-bye.